Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Fools and Flagons, a tabletop campaign made up entirely by me, where the players do dumb things and I try to make sense of it. And tonight, we're back on the Tales of Archeron. So, what's that face for? Don't make that face.
I don't know.
Gonna go ahead and get the announcements out of the way so that we can get into the fun part of the night. We live stream our D&D campaigns every Friday on Twitch, alternating between the Tales of Archeron and the Storm King's Chaos, DM'd by that guy down there who's not paying attention. Oh, there he is. Both are available to watch again on our YouTube channel or to listen to in podcast form on most major platforms a week later. On top of streaming D&D on Fridays, we also stream a variety of games during the week with Pez Plays and on the weekends with Metallurgy Magic. If you like what we do and you'd like to support us at all in any way, shape, or form, please consider our coffee page. Links can be found down below. It's coffee.com/fools&flagons. All proceeds from the donations and memberships go straight back into making Fools and Flagons an even better experience, and it really does help keep the podcast alive and well. And as you might have seen in our new intro tavern scene, if you do support us with a membership on... There's a gnat, and he's gone. Then you can show up and be part of the tavern. Donations are never required, but always very, very, very much appreciated. It really does help keep the podcast and everything we do alive and well. We do want to thank you if you're watching us live on Twitch for your follows, subscriptions, and bits. Oh, you gotta wait. Unfortunately, we will not be able to address those verbally as we're playing, just so that we don't interrupt the flow of the game. But these four down here will probably not be paying full attention, and we'll have plenty of time to reply to you in chat.
What?
See? So, with all that being said, are there any announcements that anyone might have?
Join us in the Discord. We're lonely.
We're not that lonely. But we are always looking for more people to play games with. So if you are interested in playing stuff, games outside of D&D, you're more than welcome to join. The link should be down below in the description if you're listening to this or watching us live. Just look down below the video or where you're listening and information's in there. Fun fact, in 2 weeks, it will be Fools and Flagons' 5th anniversary.
Hooray!
Yeah.
We'll be giving away $5 million in pretend money.
In Monopoly money.
I'm going to have to go buy so many boards of Monopoly.
We'll just ask Metal.
Yeah, with this loonies and toonies and other things.
Loonies and Toonies and Goonies.
Oh my.
So yeah, that's fun. Looks like so far this year I'm only going to miss one session of D&D, and that's for a football game in the middle of October. But
Well, football's dumb.
I enjoy football.
Foosball.
And it's $200 that I get, so.
Okay, football's not that dumb.
So
I am officially going to be missing 1.5 so far. I'll try to keep it to
oh
that
yeah, that's right.
minimum.
You did come back after the break on that one.
Yeah, but I will be missing another in not this upcoming week, but the next.
And I've never missed any of them ever.
So far.
I
Okay.
don't feel like I've missed any.
Well, good for you!
I'm happy you have such a stable schedule.
It's okay. At work, they try to get me to take a new position, and they're just like, you can't have any days off requested. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I still show up even if I can't talk.
Yeah, she gets the dry erase board. We're going to have
That'll
problems
happen.
here because I can't read. That's so good.
It's happened a couple times.
Well, with no other announcements to be said, grab your drinks and raise your glasses. It's time for Fools and Flagons.
Water.
Go!
It's what's for
Slancha.
dinner.
Also, I don't know if I've ever shared this coaster that I have.
I like it.
He's got 6
For those
more,
who
just
can't
like it.
read it or see it, the dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Surprisingly, it actually showing up quite easily to read.
Yeah. I have another one in the living room that I don't use. Because
The laminated, not the laminated.
Yeah, it's laminated. It's kind of slick, so I don't like having like my stuff on it around my electronics. But it says, "Beware the smiling DM."
Very true.
Also, there should be an amendment made to that coaster. It should be the dice giveth to Zach and taketh away from Eden.
Yeah. Nim, you can burn wood. Hook a brother up.
Yeah, I can.
Nim, I want that as a birthday present for Ian.
I'm on it.
So,
I also forgot to open up Sirenscape.
speaking of, picking up where we left off last time, Shirahama has been slain.
Yeah.
Vanera reclaimed her mink, Khione, and
meat.
Kasumi finally obtained the medallion she'd been accused of stealing so long ago. The Tempests settled their deal with Silver Paw and then traveled to Harpermere using the gateway ring that Brick had in his possession. Suave decided to go with the Tempests and attempt to lay low for a while, which went about as well as you would expect, especially if you consider that Kasumi and Pez started blabbing to King Damien that they had brought a pirate into his kingdom, and he was understandably miffed about it.
Look, we were being honest.
But so far, the king seems to be ignoring Suave's presence in lieu of the Tempest's prior reputation. Vanera received word from Nefeli that her presence was urgently needed back in the Misty Pass, and convinced Suave to help her get there. We rejoin the Tempests now, after a night of revelry, to see their longtime companion off in the morning, and to begin preparations for traveling halfway across the world. So,
Around the world,
People begin
around
preparation
the
for preparation age.
Oh.
So, the early morning light seeps in through the curtains and the windows of your long-used wagon home. You are already hearing movement downstairs. Pez, you are woken up not terribly early. They're not being too loud, but there are voices rummaging around in the downstairs area as you come to consciousness.
Am I still with level 1 exhaustion, or is that gone now?
If you only had the 1 point of exhaustion, then when you took a long rest, you would lose it.
Okay, good. Go away, exhaustion.
Do we all hear this?
Yes.
Who's talking?
Doors swing open the library, just.
You thump your way downstairs and you see the Kenku fellow that you had been adventuring with is sitting in one of the chairs with his boots up on the table, leaned back on two of the chair legs, and seems to be just slowly rocking back and forth as he's watching Vanera pace back and forth. There's a bag by the front door and seems to have been waiting for all of you to wake up.
I have no idea where I would be sleeping.
In a bed?
Brick goes into a cabinet, grabs a pot and a pan, starts clanging them together. Wake up!
You see
Pez
both
does not like
Vanera.
this.
What?
Pez does not like this.
You see.
Oh,
you
wrong
see
character.
both Vanera and Suave put their hands to their ears and just looking daggers at you, Brick. Vanera even speaks up. What are you doing?
Waking Zahn up.
Go do it somewhere else.
I walk upstairs, and as soon as I get to the top, I immediately commence the clanging again.
Why is he like this?
I don't know. He's your friend.
I don't like this.
I'm already downstairs at this time.
Zahn has been apparently sleeping up in the tower and comes down groggily.
Yeah, if you've come down, then you could be there.
Okay. She's just
I'm also
like,
gonna punch Brick's shoulders while I walk past him.
As soon as I see Zahn, I stop and wait till he gets closer, just clang right one more time in his face.
Ow.
There,
Had to
wait,
do
you
it right by the ears, huh?
Yes.
Is there a carpet in
turn-
the hallway? Out of curiosity.
In the hallway, no. There's a rug down in the main area.
Okay, Zon's gonna walk downstairs and start shuffling on the rug.
Ah, I see where this is going.
Pez can't do that.
So, Zahn is shuffling his feet on the rug, doing laps.
Shuffle.
Vanera is kind of waiting for you all to come down. She kind of gives a big, heavy sigh and... Well, it's about time we go find the ship we're going to be sailing on.
How are we gonna stay in contact if we need divine intervention?
Well, you have Zahn.
I was about to say, Zon's just staring at Pez as he slowly shuffles slower on the carpet.
Well,
He's
Sure.
just shuffling menacingly.
less chaotic evil divine intervention.
Kasumi just like, she's got her finger in her ear. She's like, I have the book that Vanera gave me. Is anyone else's ear ringing?
What?
Have ears.
I don't even have ears either, but my holes are ringing.
Did he bang some pads in your ears too?
The pots? Yes? But yeah, I have the book.
It's at this point. DM, I need a ruling.
Okay.
Is this lightning damage?
Static electricity? And like 1 point of lightning, I would assume.
Regardless, DM, is it lightning damage?
I need to know what you're doing.
Static electricity.
I'm aware of that. What is your intention with it?
Well, whenever I deal lightning damage, I can choose to shove somebody 10 feet in a direction away from me.
I'll allow it.
Son's gonna shovel, stop. Look at Kasumi, grin, walk up to Brick, just fucking poke his arm. And
Okay.
fucking...
Is there a save or I'm just yeet?
No, you're just yeet.
Okay.
10 feet.
So Zahn goes over, shuffles up, pokes Brick in the chest. You go flying back, crash into the staircase leading upward, thump down a few steps, and you're just like, ow.
I lift my finger up, pointed at Zahn. I need you to make a strength saving throw. You'll probably succeed, but I would just want to see.
+3, that'd be a 15.
Oh, you finally failed!
Okay.
You also go flying back. A less impressive 5 feet, I think. Yeah, 5 feet.
I'm assuming you used your telekinetic
Telekinetic
shove.
shove. Yeah.
So Zahn, with all your shuffling, your fur started to kind of poof out quite a bit, and once you discharged, it slowly started to kind of dissipate, and then you get shoved by this wall of invisible force, and all your fur goes, and you skirt back a little bit. Didn't particularly hurt, but you definitely just skirt.
Mine was cooler. Regardless.
You guys done screwing around, because I kind of have to go.
Ah,
Sorry.
yes. Mine apologies. So, how long you gonna be gone?
I don't know. I mean, getting there is going to take some time. And then whatever she needs me to do is what I need to do. She begins going around and giving you all hugs, starting with Kasumi.
Squeeze. Big squeeze.
$10 on last.
No, I think we're tied for that spot right now.
She goes to Pez next, then Brick, then Zahn.
I give her a big Viking hug.
Rick, who's not used to physical contact, is just like, pat.
Zon's gonna walk over to Suave after this.
As the hugs are being given, Suave has gotten up and is moving towards the doorway where his own stuff is waiting to go.
Yeah, he's still gonna walk up to Suave.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that that's roughly where he is.
Gonna lean over.
So, Suave,
Yeah.
just for warning, Kidal did say if anything bad were to happen to her, he'd probably kill whoever is responsible for allowing it to happen.
Well, I'll just let him know it was your fault.
No, she's going with you. All you.
Yeah, but you let her go with me. Therefore, your fault, little man.
Makes a point.
That is a point.
Zahn pulls out his rope of kidnapping.
You mean a rope?
Yes.
What are we trying to do here?
Well, I can't let him take her. If I die.
No, you're gonna let him take her.
I've got to fight two people. Okay, who else is on board with not letting him take her?
As you start saying this, Vanera just walks up, hand to the side of your face, shoves you out of the way. Move.
I think she can decide for herself.
Yeah, now so wait.
She steps out of the wagon with Suave behind. She looks back. Apollo is running alongside her, and so is Khione. You hear a low rumbling sound from the side as Cassie comes over and just kind of has that sense, or maybe she informed your animal companion that she was leaving. Gives her enough of a nudge with her nose that she actually is like lifted off her feet and shuffles to the side a little bit before she catches herself. Well, be safe. Good luck. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Well, it has been fun.
Good luck.
Yes, well. Avises and Herr Fräulein.
I'm sure you'll be fine with Zahn healing you. Maybe. No, really, good luck.
So
You know how to get a hold of us.
Okay, goodbye. And she starts heading on down to the docks.
Safe travels. Goodbye. Bye.
She turns around a few times, waving each time she does, until eventually she turns a corner and is gone. So what's the plan?
You use thaumaturgy and say goodbye really loud.
What's with all the loudness today?
I don't like my holes. Don't like this.
I just look at Kasumi. Did you not get the memo?
What memo? That she was leaving? She already left.
Oh no, the loudness memo.
Oh.
Oh, that's probably because it was just between me and Zahn.
It was? What? I never got some memo.
I was just making a joke.
Well, you should make better jokes. It was terrible.
Yeah, you're
I
terrible
knew
at
it did.
jokes.
Not my fault. Yeah, so so you need to
I assume you're looking up the name of the carpenter dude.
Me? No. I missed
No,
the question.
Him,
Oh.
Zach. It's looking
I didn't
very
write it down.
intensely.
I was trying to figure out how long you said it would take.
Oh.
And I don't seem to have any notes on it. I'm pretty damn sure I remember taking notes on it.
The wrong book?
What's
You're asking
the plan
about
for today?
how long it would take to craft the mounts?
Craft the yeah.
I believe he said it would take a couple of days.
What was his name again?
Scrolling up. Nope, that's not him. Smedley.
I believe the plan is to help Smedley finish the ship, the park ship anchor thing.
There are
harness.
ship mounts for the part, so that it does not.
Right. The mounts. Charter a ship or ask the king for one or whatever we feel like doing, and then off to Aslan.
Do we need to actually like get in contact with someone, or are we going to call in a favor with the super mayor?
Yeah, I don't think you asking for the super mayor would be a good idea right now. You might want to let me or Brick or anybody but you probably asks a favor. Not that you aren't fantastic or anything, but you might have upset the super mayor a little bit last time via was that.
I take offense to that.
You can take offense all you want. It does not mean that it is not true.
Well, if we're gonna be going back in a boat, probably need to buy some offerings for Seto. And also remember her. Apparently, Shirahama was one of her favorites, and we kind of killed her. So, I think we have some amends.
How
Well,
do we do this offering to this water god?
yeah, you don't. First off, backing up to that chick, you don't call her Coyote. Such very bad.
Oh yeah, don't do
Mojo, don't do that.
What? They're omnipotent. I thought they were all everywhere at once.
I will throw you off the boat if you do that again. With love, of course.
Man,
Also, I
don't
thought
I'm doing this
I
for your own
thought
good. Sorry, I'm
thought-
doing this for our own good.
I thought Suave was in her good graces as well, so you think they'd like cancel each other out?
But he's not with us anymore.
Yeah, but we helped him.
I sailed on the sea, made offerings all the time. It's
Listen, listen. You guys don't have to get the offerings then I will. Just because I've already pissed off enough gods in my lifetime, and I'd rather not do it again.
Are you getting sassy to me about gods right now?
Yes, I am. And she puts her hands on her hips.
I
You
got
seem
two gods
to-
and they both like me.
Yeah, I have one god and she's dead.
Missing.
Son, I'm very sorry to hear that. I know that's it's really bad, but I'd rather not make a bigger problem.
I mean, we get offerings, that is no problem. Valuable items can be offerings.
Oh, we just throw money into the ocean.
You can throw money into the ocean as well. It all works the same way.
All right.
While you guys go work on the boat, I'm gonna see if there's a place nearby where you're working on it to see if I can find a trinket.
Pez.
Yeah.
Why do you not help Kasumi find something that is shiny that you would like and use that as your offering?
I thought I was going to work on the boat since I have all the tinkering know-how and.
Well,
and the
you can definitely
tools.
help us, but if it's nearby, it will take only a small minute to get something, and that way you can make up for anything that you might have done previously, that it will be more personal of the offering.
All right. If
And
you'll
then
have
when-
me, though.
I don't want to stray too far because as nice as the people here are, I don't want to go alone.
All right.
Do you
then
need me to go? Sorry.
I'll go.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
protect Kasumi. Since she's all together, I don't have to worry about asking the god lady Yvonne to escort people, maybe as a special favor. And it's win-win.
Oh, your girlfriend?
I thought she was your escort, so why would she escort other people?
So just stares and Pez. Just
You
like,
know, I don't need to blink, so I can win this staring contest. I just lick my eyeballs.
I have to blink. Yes.
Well, if we're all ready, I think we could go head out to the boatyard.
And that is, well, if we don't go,
Yeah,
it's not the boatyard.
Going to the carpenter.
Yes, it's the
Oh,
carpenter's the
there.
other way. Well,
Wherever
actually,
we're
if you think
going.
about it, we can all just look for something as we walk there. How about that?
True.
This is 4 times the security. Alrighty. Let us... Schnell. Schnell!
Okay. So you all schnell away.
Snail.
Nail.
All the way.
So you you head on down into the lower district where Smedley's wood workshop is. And sure enough, the old Furbolg is out there. He still has your one mounting widget stuck on the ground beside him. And you can see he's got a fair few tools that are kind of laid out beside it. Looks like some yardsticks just laid next to it so that he can kind of keep an eye on it and use it as a visual reference. He sees you coming towards him from a distance, and while still using one hand to work the wood, he's waving with his other one. And once you get within earshot, he goes, "Come on in."
On it.
Started.
There's more of
What's
you
in front?
today.
Yes.
So,
Yes, this is the rest of the javelin group.
oh, hello.
This
Hello.
is Smedley, this is Kasumi and... Oh wait, you already met Pez. This is Kasumi, and Kasumi, this is Schmidley.
Hello, Schmedley.
Hello. It's good to meet you. So
All I can think of is, am I not turtle leader for the Turtle Club?
So I have the one that you brought to me. I'm going to be working on carving it out today. You said if you could help, then this project would get done just a little bit faster. So,
Zahn reaches into his bag, pulls out his wood carving tools.
like partway through his
Yes.
sentence, like, and it'd be a little faster. Oh, okay.
Let us carve the wood.
I am. I'm still missing the metal bits. I looked to see if they could be used, but they're a bit rusty.
That is fine. Well, since we need to start with the wood part, we can do that. The two, Kasumi and Pez, are going to go look for that. So by the time we are done with the carving, Pez is good with the tinkering and can help with the metal bits, because I am not so good with the metal bits.
DM, can I look at the tools, like kind of look at where he's pointing on the rusted bits, and can I ascertain, would this be a tinkerer's thing, or would this probably need a smith?
It would definitely need to be a smithing thing. This is not small, intricate things. This is big, like cast or wrought iron bits of metal. This is meant to hold down your home.
Right.
That's not something you just be like, ta-da!
Put some
Alright,
sticky tack on.
I will pick up the large, I think they're clamps, technically,
Mhm.
right? I believe we know someone who, for the right price, could make us new ones of these, so I shall go inquire with him.
1 second, Brick. I want to try something. I've never tried it for this before. Sun's gonna cast mending on it. I don't know if mending takes away rust.
Does he?
Excellent question.
Repairs a single break or tear in an object you touch. This is a broken chain link, 2 halves of a broken key, torn clothes.
Well, it's not a break or a tear.
Yeah.
This is age. This is oxidation. Sorry, this is old magic. Yes.
Digitization.
Yeah.
This is chronomancy.
Ah, yes, the chronomancer. He's a bitch. So
I
no,
don't
mending
understand all this
would
time
not work on that.
It's worth a shot.
Very good thought.
All right. Well, Brick, you do that. Pez, Kasumi, you go for the offerings. Kasumi, just let me know what would cost. I will cover myself and Brick.
Don't have to give me money. I have money.
Okay, fine. Then you can find a nice offering for all of us.
Okay.
Or offerings.
Okay. So the three of them head off, and Zahn, you're left with Smedley, and
Let us work.
you going somewhere?
Nine, I am here to help you carve.
No, I meant with the offerings. Sounds like you're looking for things for Seto.
Yes, we are going to the
Aslan.
I know where it is. The Aslan. Yes, Aslan. It's a way over
Oh,
just east.
that's a long time to be on a boat.
I'm used to being on boats for elongated periods of time.
Oh, I don't like it. And he starts chipping and sawing and working the wood. He kind of forgets you're there for a second. He goes, "Oh, wood's over there. Grab a log. Let's get
Just 1
started."
second. Zon gonna take his backpack off, take his weapons off, take some of the more restricted parts of his armor off. Okay, let's go. Zon's gonna start.
Skull.
Chop, chop. Okay. So, Zahn, I need you to make a dexterity check at your proficiency, since you are a well-trained woodworker.
13.
13. You feel very
early.
you feel very confident, but these aren't your tools. They're not you-sized tools. They are Firbolg-sized tools. This gentleman's easily 3 to 4 feet taller than you are. So your first couple swings don't quite hit their mark. You're trying to figure out where to place your hands. You're picking up steam, but it's not comfortable. It takes a little bit more effort for you to get that going. So the three of you, where are you heading?
They can go first if they want. Don't matter to me.
Kasumi was just planning on literally just kind of roaming around, not too far, within sprinting reach.
Well, now hold on. I need you to define Kasumi sprinting or someone else sprinting. That's a big difference.
Within Pez sprinting distance.
Okay.
I mean, I can move 30 feet.
I'm sure
But
you
she's
can,
just
buddy.
gonna kind of look, even if it's like a little tent shop, like a little knick-knack place. She's just trying to find some place that is selling some sort of memorabilia or little trinkets.
Yes. So make a perception check for me.
Okay. And they beyond.
Beyond.
Perception.
Disgrace.
I had to put this away because the cat kept trying to get off. Oh,
You can find any
that would
offerings.
be a 5.
A 5. You step away from Smedley's for a moment, and you kind of look up and down the road. You're in kind of the poorer side of the kingdom. There's a lot of houses that are really butted up against one another. You don't really see any market stalls or anything. There's a lot of early morning traffic. A lot of it is leaving the city to go out for working in the fields and the pastures. Doesn't look like there's much around.
Okay. Shoot.
Zon see them walking around while he's working.
They haven't gotten very far.
Kasumi, go Faza!
Just like looks at you and she's like, she gives you the finger.
Zon
Not
also
that
gives
finger,
her the
the
finger.
other finger. Kasumi turns to Pez. Pez,
Mhm.
have you ever made offerings to your deity?
Nope.
No? I don't know much about Seto. Besides the fact she's a deity of the ocean. And she likes offerings. Got
So,
it.
what if we go like oceanic offerings? Like, I mean, fish. I'm sure she likes fish.
See, then my
True.
brain works and says if we give offering to her a dead fish, she might be insulted because we
You know,
killed fish.
that might be true. Shells are pretty. Shells come from the ocean.
Shells are nice, but I feel like it'd have to be a really pretty shell.
We're gonna die so fucking hard.
I know Vanera bought a lot of gold things.
Shiny stuff. How about a golden shell?
Do they make those?
I'm sure you could encrust a shell.
Sounds like a lot of work.
True.
I'm not sure. And she just kind of looks around and she tries not to like this weird stank face, but she's looking around like almost disappointed. And she's like, not sure we're going to find what we need here.
No, I think we may have to look in like more. No offense to this area, but a more upper class kind of area.
Well, do you go over to the docks near the ships? You know if they have anything over there?
A lot of fish.
Doesn't help.
Of course.
I mean, it may be a long shot, but what if we offer her a ship?
But what do you mean offer her a ship?
Like, okay, hear me out. With our charter, we kill the crew, and then offer her the ship that we now commandeered.
Like where your head is?
He's on to something.
I like where your head is, but I think it's a bit too much. Too passionate.
The same characters, like, we need to stop killing everyone.
Look, I'm just spitballing here.
Right. I'd rather not kill people unless absolutely necessary, like a self-defense kind of situation.
I mean, I do have this glove that I got from when we were all high in the sky. It's all sparkly. Wonder if she'd like that.
What does it do, though?
I don't know. It's shiny though. I think it, judging by the gloves and the amount of fingers it has, I think it's worth maybe about 2,500 gold.
I wonder. Let's go check. Let's go check back in with Zahn. See how much longer they're going to be. Because if they're going to need you soon, I don't want to preoccupy you for too long.
That's fair.
I think we're going to have to look in a different area because I was hopeful that I'd find a cute little shop that have like Little Mermaid statues or something, but no. Nothing.
No, there's not too much down here.
Okay, let's just go back to Zahn and get an update.
You've been gone for roughly 20 minutes. You didn't really wander that far. You didn't really look that hard.
Hey, you guys done yet?
You kind of
woodworking takes a while. I didn't know.
Yeah, you kind of crossed the street, and with that roll, you kind of walked across the street, looked around for a second. It's like, well, I've done nothing, and I'm all out of ideas. Let's go check on Zahn. He's literally had enough time to take his stuff off, get a log onto the thing, and has maybe half the bark off of it. And of course, you come waltzing back like, You done?
You're not. What's taking so long?
You guys.
Son,
Yes.
how's it going?
Going. How's findings of, offerings?
We ain't
Great.
found shit.
There's nothing over here.
Okay. So, Zahn is working the whole time he's doing this. He's not even giving this the pause of, like, he is just going at it. So how about this? Why don't you go to a part of town that's a little nicer? Maybe even
Hey.
visit guys that I'm
What does that
not
mean?
the biggest fan of.
No, I don't want to go see him.
Whatever, go somewhere that is nicest in here and find us a nice offering. For the love of all that is holy, I swear, if I have to pick up for the slack of this... Hold on 1 second.
Excuse you. You have an attitude with me right now?
Very, very possible. But regardless... That being said, we need to find a nice offering, because Vanera not being with us, and one of us possibly almost getting us hurt, probably be a good idea to have a nice offer. So that being said, Schmedley!
What's wrong with my part of town?
No, your part of town is very nice, but you do not deal in gold, and,
I still had water in my mouth. I'll spit it up.
I mean, Schmedley, do you know of any trinket shops around here that would sell things that Seto might like?
Oh. Yeah, there's this and that. And he points, and it's literally the shop right next to his.
I swear that wasn't there a second ago.
Oh, I disagree. I believe I saw some of your companions go there the last time you were here.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna
is
keep
it-
working here
Real
on
nice
this piece of
tiefling
wood.
lady.
So Pez, Kasumi, look, really nice shop next door. Why don't you go take a look and there while I'm working on all of this? And when you come back, probably find something very nice. How about that? Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
Okay.
As you
All right.
two, I'm assuming, go off to that shop.
Yes.
You hear only one person is working on the wood. And as you walk away, you hear, "What's wrong with my part of town?"
Smedley, your place is fantastic. Don't you worry. It's just one of our party members prayed to the wrong god, and if I want to make sure that we have the good offerings.
I don't see what that has to do with my part of town being. Yeah, he just
I like
starts
your
working
part.
on his stuff again.
I like your part of town. This is my
Brick.
part of town.
Should I come back to you so you can compose yourself, or
It's fine. This is what happens when I don't have a lot of sleep. I get giggly.
where are you heading off to, buddy?
I'm headed off to that cat guy, the short tabaxi guy's smithy.
Okay, heading off to the stabbing block.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay. You find your way there pretty easily. It's not that difficult. It's straight up the road, and before you get to the wall to the to the royal district, you hang a left, go down a little ways, and sure enough, you hear the telltale striking of iron. Head on inside. There's doesn't look like there's anyone at the desk. The door leading back to the workshop is kind of propped open.
Hello?
Just hear more hammering.
I have money.
You hear a hissing sound. Sounds like some red hot water. Some red hot water was put into some metal. Some red hot metal was quenched in some oil or. I think I might break Zeke tonight.
How much have you had to drink?
No, I'm just tired. And when I'm tired, everything's just way funnier.
There's a brief moment, and you see the shadow long before you see the figure come through the doorway. The short, grumpy-looking cat. He kind of looks up at you from his furrowed eyebrows. What do you want?
Hello again. I realize this is probably going to be far beneath your level of expertise, but I need some replicas of this. These are no longer a working order. Name your price.
5 gold.
Done.
One way. Same place.
Sorry?
You ain't moved.
No. But actually, if you could deliver them down to Smedley's carpentry shop, that'd probably be for the best, because he's making the other half of the contraption out of wood for the weights.
You're real good with wood, that one. And he kind of turns around and just goes back into his shop.
I'll leave these here for reference.
More.
How long will it take?
There's no response. You just hear some more banging on metal.
I'll come back when the wood's done. I just walk out the door, close the door. I like him.
Okay. We'll circle back to Kasumi and Pez. Are you heading into this and that?
Yep.
Okay. You head inside the shop and you see that it's very reminiscent of a smithy, but everything is smaller, more compact. The tools are about a half the size or a quarter of the size, and everywhere on the shelves and on the tables are small, intricate metalwork designs, bits of jewelry that don't have gemstones set into them yet, little figurines, little clockwork mechanisms, and in the back, turned slightly to the side, is the red-skinned tiefling woman that I forget which one of you had gone in there and met before. I believe it was Pez had gone in looking for tinkering stuff, and she looks up and she's got these big kind of goggles on that they're clear, but they look very scuffed. She peels them off and sits them on her forehead, and she goes, "Oh, hi, good morning. What can I do you for?"
Morning. If you would like to do the talking.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought you were telling it to her. It's like, you're the one supposed to tell me what to do.
Hey, we are looking for trinkets, little valuable statues or objects,
Well, you're in the right place for that.
preferably aquatic themed.
Aquatic themed. We've got a few. Any sort of depiction in particular? I've got some clever little got a little sea star here. It's sort of made out of chainmail links. Thought it was quite clever, but it's a bit pinchy.
We are looking for
a
things
sea
that Seto might like.
You see your face kind of fall a bit. Oh, you're looking for offerings.
Yes.
Well, as I'd normally like my things to be appreciated a bit more, it's also a bit of an honor to have them offered to her. Right, well, over on this shelf here, I've got some more things made of mostly silver and platinum. Don't usually work with gold all that much. It's too malleable. Things break too much. You can take your pick. She seems a little bit less excited to sell her things that are just going to end up at the bottom of the ocean. But sale is a sale, and there are a few figurines. There's definitely some sea creature type designs, sort of what almost look like paperweights. The rectangular cubist base and like a miniature sea dragon or a ship. There's a few bits of odds and ends around. How much were you
Okay.
looking to spend to offer to Seto?
For dramatic effect.
D&D Beyond is a great race where you can keep track of everything.
It's true.
I mean, she would be willing to drop. How much is each platinum and gold piece again?
Each platinum is 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
She would be willing to drop like the equivalent of 5k gold.
About how much?
5,000.
Okay.
Wanna get in bed with her?
So that'd
I
be
would.
about 500 platinum pieces. And you relay this to her, and she kind of looks around and she goes, "Well, you'd be buying out more than half of me stock doing that. If you've got the coins, I could take them and make something fairly unique out of them and give it in one kind of big lump. I mean, it'd be prettier than a big lump, but it's kind of up to
How
you."
long would it take you to mold all that metal into something?
I'd say a day or two. I don't have too many projects at the moment, just kind of been fiddling around.
Well, and Kasumi's like you can see her like carefully inspecting like some of the statues, and it's a little bit more of like an admiration. Like she's very much like selling this. I think her stuff is very pretty. Well,
Make a
Wouldn't be
deception
asked-
check. No.
I mean she can, but I wouldn't be asking this much if it wasn't important, and we want to make sure that we have the best of the best. You do make some beautiful pieces.
You see her kind of brighten up a little bit at the praise, and she... Well, I do.
I know.
How familiar are you with Seto?
We don't get out on the water too terribly much, but being right across the street from one of the temples, it's kind of hard to miss it most times.
Okay.
Know about as much as the average Joe would, I suppose.
Know of an item or a figure or even a sea creature that she likes the most?
Well, I mean, if you're willing to spend 500 platinum on it, I could make a sizable dragon turtle or something like that. One of her bigger beasties.
Kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
What if I gave it to you in gold pieces?
Well, it would be a golden sea turtle instead of a platinum one.
Would you do a kraken?
I could probably make that work. I might have to bring that up to about 3 or 4 days just from the malleability of gold.
Okay.
It's a little bit harder to work with.
I just realized that she doesn't have that many platinum. She just has
have
it in gold
platinum.
pieces.
I have, between you and I have 287 platinum.
I have 288.
Really?
I mean, it's for a good cause, and I feel like it would be personal if we got something made for her.
Yeah, I'd be fine parting with that much.
Okay. Do you have a contract or something? She looks back at the shopkeep. Do you have a contract or something we can sign? Because you have to understand that us handing over this amount in just coin without physically having something in hand just ease my mind to have some sort of contract.
Oh, that
Receipt,
makes sense.
per
Oh,
se.
I can definitely write something up. Just give me a quick moment. She goes back towards the back of her shop, and you see her starting to like kind of pick things up and move them aside. She's definitely searching for something, and eventually she goes, "Aha!" You hear the rustling of some bit of parchment, and she kind of again's just like, "Damn it!" Looks around for a bit longer, just says, screw it, and gets a bit of charcoal from the little small forge she'd been working on, and she begins to write on the parchment. Brings it over. It's a bit crude, but it basically ends up saying, I, Noah Love, swear by Seto that I will use all the gold, or all the platinum given to me to make an offering worthy of her. She scribbles her name at the bottom. It's a little bit smudged because the charcoal's kind of falling apart. But she goes over, finds herself a candle, gets it over the forge so it starts to drip, gets a dollop down there, and she just kind of like punches her fist down onto it.
Elegant.
Wow. Okay. Can I see it? She extends her hand.
Oh, it's all yours. Hang on to that until you get the piece done. It's about as good as I can get. I don't usually do contracts. I don't even know how they're written or worded, but I swear on me shop's name that you'll have something long before the week's out.
Okay. Just because Kasumi's a little paranoid, she's just gonna take a quick glance over the paper to make sure there's no hidden thieves' cant.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. It's a 5.
Looks legit.
Oh god.
You want me to look over this? Because I have, in my time, signed a couple of contracts with some other farms.
I mean, you can. Just, it's just a lot of money to just leave.
It is. But I think I trust her. But I'm still looking over the contract.
She hands it to him.
This is unlike any contract you have ever seen. It literally just says that she swears by Seto she will use every bit to make the offering. That's all.
I have one alteration request, actually.
What might that be?
Did you specifically say you're making this for us and then put our names?
I need your names. And she kind of like brushes her hands off, grabs another piece of dirty charcoal, looks around, doesn't have any more parchment. She just looks at the table and just, what are your names?
So Kasumi gives her name, and spells it for her. And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a pain, but I've had my name tainted many times in the past. I'd rather it not continue to happen.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have trust issues.
Understandable.
Tell.
Right, so just your name then.
No, Pez, since you're going to be an equal party in this.
Yep.
All right. Kasumi and Pez, weird couple, but who am I to judge?
Friends. And she just smiles.
All right.
Were we going to include the others or just us?
This contract of her just saying she's going to make something, I don't think we need their names.
Okay.
It'd be different if they were contributing gold too.
That is fair. I am actually getting unencumbered from all this that I'm giving her.
I have told you years ago to disable coin weight.
I know.
If they were paying for it, remember as 10 minutes ago, hey Kasumi, let me know how much it costs!
I remember nothing. Continuing. So yeah, Kasumi just looks it over to make sure that our names are on there. And okay, Pez, do you think we need anything else on this?
No, I mean, it's all clearly there in the charcoal.
Okay. We are going to be nearby for the next few days, just doing some woodwork down at that fellow's shop.
Oh, Smedley.
Yes.
He's the right laugh.
So yeah, we're working with him for a couple days and stuff for our ship. So we'll just stop in and get little sneak peeks, unless you don't want to let us see it until it's finished.
Oh, sure, money. You're more than welcome. Tell you what, though, just because I can tell you're the paranoid sort, and you've also told me you're the paranoid sort, I'll be locking the door once you leave, just to make sure that no one else can get in or out.
Thank
I've
you.
got enough food stored up. I should be good for the next couple of days or so. So you just come and knock in, and I'll make sure it's you. Let you in if you want to take a peek at it. Otherwise, I'll be shutting myself in.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Right now.
Quite the service.
Can I... hold on. I need to do some math here. Where's my calculator? Nope, that's the Windows button.
I love that your whole camera is taken up by Toothless.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That was easy math. I would like to leave her with one of my turquoise animal figurines,
Oh,
just as compensation for her time in shutting herself
Her
in.
tip.
Yeah,
oh, well, isn't that cute?
yeah. I mean,
Had to put it on a shelf that's not for sale.
yeah.
She takes it, looks it over, and she kind of holds on to it for now.
So, Pez, if you are okay, I can do 250 if you're okay with the other 250.
Platinum. Yep.
Okay. So she starts to rifle in her satchel and slowly but surely count out the coin.
Noah goes over and finds herself a metal bowl, and as you're counting, she's putting the coins into the not bowl, crucible is the word I'm looking for. So it takes you a little bit, but you get the coins counted out. She leaves it on the table, escorts you to the front door, and just says, be a few more days, and once you're gone, you hear the door shut, and you hear the sound of a couple very distinctive latches being shut.
Kasumi, remembering that she has the medallion strapped to her chest, she just puts her hands. MJ, please. Don't let anything happen to that money. As she's walking away. And then
Okay.
I figure we can go back and let Zon know.
Yep.
So you step out of the shop, turn to the right, look across the street, and there's Zon just working diligently away with Smedley. Brick, I would say roughly about this time you'd be coming through the gates to the, God, I can't even remember the name of that district anymore.
The middle district.
Where's me map? Do I not have it written down anymore?
Not the cobblestone, or are we in the cobblestone?
Oh, the Grove district.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, so you're in the Grove district. Yeah, so right around the time that they get back and they start bothering Zon and Smedley with the wood, you come thumping down the path. Your party's all gathered up and hanging around with Smedley.
So, how was the shopping?
We're broke.
Successful. Oh,
Broke.
well, not quite. He commissioned an art piece.
Why are you broke?
Yes, why you're broke.
Well, I'm not personally broke.
I'm not either. I just wanted to say that.
How much did you spend on this commission?
100.
What was that?
100.
500 silver?
No.
Gold?
I mean, the material is silver colored.
Someone's gonna lean on the log. Did you spend 500 platinum?
Yes. But listen, okay? He is using the platinum to make the structure, like the sculpture of a kraken. Is it a kraken?
That you're going
Yes,
to
it
throw
was.
to the bottom of the ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did say you wanted to survive the trip.
Yes.
Listen. I am calm and collected. Nothing is bothering me right now. I am in my element. What is you thinking?
I
was about
don't
to
know
say,
why
you seem
you're
pretty
getting mad.
bothered.
I will talk to you in a moment. What?
They didn't do anything.
I don't know why you're getting mad. I didn't spend any of
500
your money.
platinum. That is half a lifetime's worth of offerings. From
Then we should be good.
people.
We should be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're good. We don't have to do it ever again.
Son's
Yep.
just gonna lean on this log like, oh my dear sweet Jesus, what the flying fuck?
Listen, Zon, I'm gonna need you to calm down. Okay?
9.
Also, just remember, okay, we accidentally upset her the first time we went sailing. And then, once we arrived to where we were, we kind of murdered one of her favorite people.
Well, that
Yes,
would
we
piss
killed
me
the
off quite a
shit
bit
out of
too.
Shirahama. Who cares?
He does.
Just-
What'd you say,
She-
Smedley?
Well, I just said that sounds like something that would really piss me off too.
Right.
Regardless,
Agreed.
she's one person. Who cares?
She's a god, a deity.
I think he was talking about Shirahama.
Oh, but I specifically remember someone saying that Seto really liked Shirahama. I mean, Seto even brought her back from the ocean when I lost her in it.
Seto likes all of Rokusin when we sail the seas and make offering. How does this make any difference?
Would she bring them all back?
I don't
I
know.
think that
we
was the
normally
hippo
don't,
guy.
we don't normally die on the ocean. We die on the land. Why would she bring us back from the land?
Listen, I don't understand why you're being so hostile.
Oh my
Okay.
dear Lord.
He
I'm-
likes money.
We did our part, and it wasn't your money to begin with because I
I
told you
am-
I didn't need your money.
I am very happy that you went so extravagant on the offering, but dear sweet Valkyrie, next time, moderation. Why am I the one talking about moderation here? We all know I don't do anything in moderation.
I'm starting to
just
wonder why I
think you're-
didn't charge you more too.
Because we're broke now.
Exactly.
I'm just picturing Kasumi in oh fuck, what's that movie? It's like, I'm doing my part.
Starship
Fucking
Troopers.
Starship
Thank you.
Troopers. So,
Okay, but
thank you for
I-
taking care of the offering, but next time, please just ask. For the love of
I-
all that is holy.
You need to ask. I can do what I want.
You can do whatever you want, but taking advice from somebody who might have a little more expertise in this situation might have been helpful. Just like if we go to... Where is it again? Is it we're going after Aslan?
Takatari.
Yes, that one. If we go to Takatari, I'm not going to walk into every building and think I know everything and just do whatever I want. That makes no sense.
I paid for good quality art. That's what I did.
Yep.
It's okay, Zon. We still have our platinum.
For now.
You're not
Touch
taking
my-
my platinum.
You touch my money, I will make you into a statue. Made of platinum.
Good, because I don't want your money.
Don't... It's fine. Thank you again, Kasumi. I appreciate your hard work and efforts that you put into this. I'm just going to keep working on this wood and distract myself.
Has
This
helped
is-
too.
Thank you as well, Pez. I appreciate you enabling Kasumi.
Yep. I'm a good enabler.
I don't
She's gonna
understand why
start-
he's getting so mad. And she just kind of just scoots out.
It's like walks into a jewelry store. This watch is 300 gold. Let me give you 5,000 for it. Deal. That's
yes.
so wonderful deal.
Haggling.
It's not what happened.
That was out of character, by the way.
You sure?
Possibly. Zana's just gonna keep working on wood. Just
Okay.
I look at Pez. I'm gonna go test my new cannon. Do you want to come watch? I didn't get a chance to before we left. Okay. And I start walking toward outside the city.
Okay. So you two head out a decent ways, get away from people. You think. What are you doing?
boom.
I'm looking for a tree.
There are plenty of trees out there.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What's the range on this thing? What did I write down? So the range is 30 regular, 200 maximum. So I'm gonna get 30 feet away from a tree, and then I am going to powder cannonball. And I kind of look at Pez. Should I hold it down low by my waist, or should I hike it up on my shoulder? Which would you think would be easier to aim?
Let's see. Given the barrel size and how many fingers you have, I would probably hold it on your shoulder.
All
And then,
right.
like, brace your back leg. Make sure you don't fly off.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. And then I'm gonna use, I'm gonna like kind of tilt my finger by the wick, by the fuse, and tilt it up, and I'm gonna use lightning lure to catch it on fire.
Okay. You light the fuse, sparks, fizzles, and there's a short pause after it disappears inside. There is a thunderous explosion. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's fucking really good. I haven't rolled a saving throw that good in a while. Math. 26.
26. You were prepared for some of the recoil. You weren't prepared for that much recoil. You barely managed to catch the lip. As you're holding it, it shoots out of your left hand and starts flying backwards. Pez, your life flashes before your eyes as you see this metal thing coming towards you. And Brick, you just happen, as it's slipping through your hand, you clamp down and the lip of the top of the barrel catches on the backside of your hand and you stumble backwards to keep from dropping it. What's the damage on it?
3d12. Hold on.
Let's see if the tree survives.
And what's the roll to hit, by the way?
Oh, right.
That might be helpful to come first.
What am I adding anything to this?
No.
17.
17? Okay, what's the damage?
30 points of damage.
30 points of damage. You were heavily distracted with trying to catch it that you forgot to watch where you had shot it. By the time you turn around and look up, the tree that you had fired at was a little bit to the left and took a nice chunk out of the side. Just a big, like, half circle out of the side of the tree. And then there was a smaller one behind that has just been obliterated. It's just a splintered chunk behind where it had gone through before. The ball's somewhere that way.
Want to go follow the line of destruction?
Did you just tell me to fetch?
I was asking if you wanted to come with.
Go get the cannonball. Go get the cannonball.
I can't even carry the cannonball, and don't even think about shoving me down that barrel.
Well, I am now. And I'll go start looking for the cannonball.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage.
With the line of destruction?
Can I assist?
Regular roll.
There you go.
Investigation which I get a +4. Cool. 17.
17. You follow the path of destruction for a good 100 or so feet, and then you have to pass through a bush and another bush. You kind of lose it for a bit, but as you're looking around, you see a big divot in the ground. You're like, right path. It's here somewhere. It takes you about 5 to 10 minutes to find this thing, just trudging through the woods. But eventually you do find it, and it is dented. It is no longer spherical.
Oh no.
It's to the point where as you pick it up and you heft it, you're gonna need to reshape it if you want to use it again.
I kind of just hold it up and look at Pez. That's weird. I thought these things were solid.
I thought so too.
Tink tink. Does it echo?
No echo.
Oh,
Huh.
it is solid. I don't know how that works. All right.
You hit multiple trees.
It's still a solid hunk of metal.
Have you seen what a solid hunk of metal does when it gets fired at a couple 100 feet per second? It deforms when it hits things.
Oh. Man.
It's not like pancaked or anything, but like there's the one side that hit the tree that's kind of smushed in, and you can tell that where it was spherical, it's kind of like just a little bit oblong. Like you could probably get the first half of it back in the cannon.
Okay,
but then
gotcha. I thought you meant there was
like.
like a dent into it.
No. Just once where it was a full sphere, it's more flattened on one side and kind of bulged upwards. So it would get partway back into the cannon, but then it would just sort of like. Boom.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it doesn't look
Understood.
like the Death Star.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Malformed, not dented.
Well, I can still throw this at someone's head.
True. And we can always make another one.
Yeah. All right, let's go back.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
No, I'm good. I'm satisfied.
No more chaos?
Nope.
For now.
Okay.
Probably
So
should move on before I think of something.
is there anything you would like to do within the next few days as the offering is being worked on, as the wood is being worked on? Is there anything that you're looking to do? It's going to be like 3 or 4 days before everything is done being crafted. I would say roughly on the second day, what's his face? The little tabaxi. Sunoda would be done with the iron fittings and would have them brought to Smedley's on during the next day. Zahn, between you and Smedley, you're able to get, because Smedley had a bit of a head start on you, he was able to get his done when you were about halfway done with yours, and you were kind of getting into the swing of the tools and the implements. So you've got 3, maybe 4 days until those are done, and then the rest of the last day to get the iron fittings put on. So anything to be done in those 4 days.
I just want to make a note that once he drops off the clamps, I'll go ahead and pay him 10 instead of 5 for the quick job.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Master Smith.
Stop by my cousins. We're gonna miss you. And he kind of looks up at Kasumi, and then he just stumps off.
I like him.
What was that about?
What?
Said stop by his cousins and he gave me a weird look.
Didn't you go by his cousin's bakery shop?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Are all of us here, or is it just Kasumi?
I mean, would you all have been hanging around Smedley's, or would you have
the
gone?
next day.
If we're done at Smedley's, I'm going with everybody else. But if we're not, I'm still at Smedley's.
Well, he would have brought the fittings by on the second day, and you've at least got another day's worth of woodworking to do. So you, at the very least, would be at Smedley's. As far as everyone else,
I'll be there.
I'll be hanging
We're
around.
around you.
then yeah. So you would have heard this.
No, I mean I'd be at Smedley's. I'm sorry. When I
Right.
said
So you
there.
would have heard
We're all at
this.
Smedley's.
Oh, my bad.
We're all just hanging around watching you work because Kasumi has gotten gun
Yes, so-
shy about not being in a group.
So, yeah, Kasumi, he's talking about, Vanna man, gloves of woman.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What?
Bakery. Well, this reminded me. We might need to bring some snacks. I'm not sure how long we're going to be on the sea.
Are you sure you
see-
don't want to bring him an offering?
I was thinking about provisions and all that. But seeing that we have the cart and the magical door that leads us right back to Fern's, we
Right.
should be okay.
It's true. Almost forgot about that part. Also,
And yeah,
have we found a ship?
Probably
No.
want to go do that. Also, you're forgetting that we have, a pantry full of food
Yeah.
in the cart.
I figured that we wouldn't want to go looking for a ship until we have everything ready, because it's going to be kind of awkward to be like, hey, can we charter your ship? Sure, when do you need to leave? We don't know.
Well, no. So it will take us probably another 2 days. So if we give him a day to have it ready by, then we have the time ready to be
How
gone
long's
going.
So we got 2 days left on the woodworking, and then how many more days on the jewelry?
I think it should be done soon. Said a
Have you-
Well, the
couple
shop's
days.
right there. You can go check.
Yes, go check. Schnell.
Well, so out of character, Kasumi would have been making daily check-ins with her.
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
she
you
would
can,
know.
You can see as you go in and check, she was in fact locking the door like she said she would. You see the pieces starts out as just kind of a big lump of material, and each day you go in, there's less and less of her stuff kind of crowded around. She's made more and more space for this, and you can definitely tell that she's been putting every bit of her effort into it.
It'll be done soon. It's looking quite nice.
Well, that is good
So-
at least.
3 days.
What's this? Yes, Pez?
We're going to Romana, right?
No,
Aslan.
Aslan.
I'm looking at the map. Where the hell is that?
So
Other side of the
Romana-
continent.
Yes, so Romana is
Ow.
on the left of the continent. Aslan is on the right of the continent.
So where are we sailing south of Romana, near that Siren's Call thing with all the naked women?
Preferably not. Would probably want to avoid that part. So we can land in Romana and then walk to Aslan, or we can take the ship all the way around.
Because I mean, the reason why I suggest this or bring this up is like, shouldn't we find a ship that usually frequents that area, if not has a crew from that there area? So, like, let's say they're going home from trading from here to there, we could just say, "Hey, let's hitch a ride."
I don't think the Aslans have a lot of ships, but we could look for one from Takatari. They're right next door.
You're also forgetting that we have to find a ship big enough to hold, the behemoth.
I'm pretty
So-
sure that a lot. What?
Sounds like we should go look for a ship now.
Yeah,
Alright.
Schmedley.
Yeah.
I am going to go look for a ship momentarily with everybody else. Can you hold down the fort while I go do that?
I think I could do that. If you see a good fish sandwich, could you give me one?
The fish sandwich, if we come across one, sure.
I appreciate it. It's getting close to lunchtime.
So, do we want to go? Let us go talk to the king.
Well, do we need to talk to him?
Do you want to get a ship that's probably going to be best equipped to go do this?
Well, see, I had another idea. We could not talk to the king. We could go to the tavern that's over there by the ports and go ask them if they're aware of any, regulars that travel in that area.
We could also just skip the king and go straight to the wharf master and see if he's inclined to help us.
There you go. The fourth master is in charge of all of the boats coming in and going out. Probably no better than some random schmo at some bar place.
Oh, for a second I thought you were going to call the king a random schmo.
No, I would not do that.
Yes, you
King
would.
schmo.
Not to his face.
Exactly. Thank you, voice in the sky. Exactly.
You're welcome.
I think
You
we
see
have
the Monty
learned.
Python god.
We have learned through our travels that you can learn a great deal of information from a tavern.
Mhm.
But sure, we can go talk to the or what's his face and try to find out if they have any ships that
Oh.
fit.
When have we ever learned anything in a tavern? Other than our name.
You almost learned how to have a good time, but
Yeah, you learned quite a bit, Brick.
We
I
helped
do
learn.
not remember imparting any knowledge into myself.
I don't
helped
know. I
learn
remember
quite a
us-
bit.
Yeah. You had the tavern with all of the pretty ladies and the goblin gentlemen here in town.
And they did not seem to like me.
We
That's 'cause
also
they-
met the Thieves Guild at a tavern and found out who the killer was.
Yeah. The Thieves Guild.
Yes. All right, onward, and Kasumi just starts walking.
Okay.
Does she know where she's going?
Where are you
Oh,
going?
we've been to the docks. She's gonna
Okay.
go near the docks.
Okay. So
Unless she
Keep an eye
gets
out for the
redirected somewhere.
it takes you a bit to get to the docks. It's a bit of a trek. Maybe an hour or so, or not quite an hour, but you end up getting to the docks, and it's busy, hustle and bustle. It is around midday. There's ships coming in, ships leaving, things being loaded, offloaded. And you said you're looking for the wharf master
And fish sandwich.
and a fish sandwich.
As for the way back.
So you ask around to some of the people on the port, and they kind of keep directing you further and further up the docks. But eventually, you do see the familiar visage of the red-headed, graying dwarf that is Wharf Master Brim, and he sees you all coming towards him, and he's got what looks like a ledger that he's holding on to, and he's counting some crates, and he makes a mark and looks up and "Oh, good day to you, Tempest. It's been a while. How can I help you?"
We are looking for a ship. Specifically one that's going to get us as close as possible to Aslan.
To Aslan, you say?
Oh, and indeed.
Also, yeah, I was gonna say one big enough that it could carry our house cart.
Oh. So you're leaving for good, then?
For the time being, we need to save my life.
I'll be honest with you, that's about as good of a reason as I've heard in a fortnight. It'd be sad to see you lot in your wagon go. It's been a bit of a staple. I don't know if you've noticed, but quite a bit of people come around just to look at it. But I think I might know someone. She's an old acquaintance of mine. She's actually in town at the Mo to offload some of her goods, and she should be heading off that way within the next couple of days or so. Let me...
Quick question. Since she's a good friend, I assume she's the adventurous type.
Well, if you consider shipping and selling liquor adventurous, then yes.
Would she be the type brave enough to, after carting us to Aslan, waiting a few days and then carting us to the, what's the name? Bollocks. The Tepel Mountains?
The Tepetl Mountains?
Tepetl, yes. Tepetl Mountains.
I am not
Well-
sure she is going to do that.
Just to ask.
I mean, you can ask her yourself. I do know that her usual shipping routes take her at least to Romana. I would be shocked if she didn't go to Aslan now and then, but that would be a question for her. Might take me a bit to find her. She's she was out for a time, running from Barabaldor back round down to here, so she's been on the sea for a bit. Probably gonna want to rest her legs for a while. Tell you what, if I can find her, want me to have her meet you somewheres?
The cart would be decent, probably.
Yep.
In the next few days, yeah.
Mhm.
Later in the evening, so that we are not currently working on the stuff for the cart.
Understandable. I'll see if I can find her.
Appreciate.
What's the Wharf Master's name again? Sorry.
Wharfmaster Brim, Brim.
Any recommendations for a good fish sandwich?
Oh, I know a good spot. And he kind of like waves you over. You go down a little ways and you see that there's a structure that looks like a normal sort of taverny restaurant, but there's the wall that's facing the docks itself has a flip out kind of awning window kind of deal, and there's a few workers, dock workers, that will come up and kind of shout something through the window, and a few minutes later money trades hands, the food comes out. You're able to get yourself a decent fish sandwich on rye.
Wait. Appreciate.
How much?
For the sandwich is about 5 copper.
I'll take 2.
Get rid of the copper.
I'll take 2 as well. For I hunger.
I was gonna feed one to Brick to see if he likes it.
Does not like the fish.
Oh.
There's
I was
just
gonna
a
get one.
splotch of mushy fish on the ground now.
You would never last on the sea.
Gross.
I was gonna get one, but I didn't want to get yelled at for spending money again. And she just looks away.
That is a smart assumption.
There is some saltiness in the air.
The sea!
It's not just the ocean.
Okay. So you head back to Smedley's, bring him the sandwich, which he thanks you for. After taking a quick break, start working again. Towards the evening, once Smedley kind of starts to wind down and get a little bit tired, he waves you off. You head back up to your wagon, and as you get there, there is someone sitting on the front porch, which with what looks like a fairly sizable tankard in their hands.
Are they of the male or female persuasion?
Quick glance, it looks like a female with long hair, pretty round face.
What race?
Make a perception check. Unless you're getting like right up in her face to...
What are you?
Perception.
I see nothing.
Where the hell is... Oh,
Brick is
that
still
was
having flashbacks to that terrible fish he just ate.
17.
17. She's quite short in stature, and you kind of shift to the side. You don't see pointy ears. Possibly a dwarf or a really, really short human.
Greetings.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the small people shooting the 50 caliber.
Yeah.
I should be doing something else. If you want to know what we're talking about, join the Discord. So, as you greet her, she kind of looks up and, holding her tendrils, she kind of sways a little bit. Oh, aye, you're the ones what own this fantastical thing.
Yep.
That would be us.
Yes.
Well, watch your mateys. Name's Celia Tide. Heard you,
Spell
Celia for Celia, and Tide is Tyde.
Why the why?
He has
Why
to be
the why to
cheeky.
you?
Celia.
Yes. So I heard from the old man Strongarm you're looking for a ship to get you at least to Romana.
Aslan preferably, but Romana, if unable.
She kind of like takes one attempt, then a second attempt to kind of lean forward and get on her feet. She's got kind of rough and tumble clothing, leather armor. It definitely doesn't look the cleanest, but it's also not like ratty or torn. She looks a little bit disheveled, definitely familiar with the sea. Red hair and kind of a messy sort of tied up behind her, behind and over her shoulder. She's fairly cute. She's definitely wobbling. You can, from the smell, that this probably isn't her first tankard that she's had to drink so far today.
I trust her immediately.
Down, boy, you already have a girlfriend.
Said trust.
Well,
We all know what that
don't
really
know
means.
What you mean about all that, but Taslan, yeah, which parts are you looking to get on off to?
Well, specifically, we have to head inland, but the closest point would be Chimek.
Shemek, have you been drinking?
Is that not
No.
how you say the name? Also, I can't get drunk.
I'm so sorry for your loss. She just takes a big drink of hers, and she like kind of wobbles for a minute and lets out a really nice belch.
Nice. That was impressive.
Cheers to you on that one. Chichimek, I think is the one you're talking about. And no, I don't usually go that far out. Closest I'll probably end up getting is Chalco. That's the place what does all the trade anyway. I
This
could
is far
technically
enough,
go to Colatl, but it's a bit of a wasted trip if I could just make one stop sooner.
Close is as good as anything else. Or
So-
better.
He said you had something special to come along.
Yes,
You're sitting in front of it.
Here's the card.
Oh,
This whole thing.
Yeah, and then the young lady that pulls it as well.
Young lady.
Oh, it's creature.
Yes, we have a large parasol that pulls it.
Oh, so not an actual lady. I was gonna say, I want to see her. She sounds strong.
I mean, you'll see her eventually, if you accept our
Yes.
Well,
stuff.
So,
I'm assuming you've got ways to. She kind of like looks at the wheel and kind of gives it like a. She goes to like kind of tap the wheel with her foot and she just whiffs entirely. You've got a way to keep it from rolling.
yes, that's what we have been working on.
It is almost complete. Few more
Almost.
days.
Well, good.
Should be like two.
It'll take me a little bit more time to restock and get me crew back sorted. They're all having fun without me.
That doesn't sound like fun.
You seem to be having a good time, though.
Oh, I was. But yesterday I drunk them all under the table and got all their gold, so I'm missing out on that tonight.
We happen to have something that's extra fun if you would like to join us for a game of jug roulette.
No.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen Kasumi look more afraid for the jug to be mentioned.
Brick, it would be preferable if our escort would not be dead.
You're a cleric, she'll be fine.
Scheiße.
Anyways. Ship.
Ship. Yes, I have one.
Huh?
And the cart and the
Oh,
puller will not be a problem fitting on this ship.
no, we can probably keep it on top of the deck. Just fine, I think.
Works for us.
How much would this cost us?
How many heads are you?
We
Or
have one head.
Four
You're
heads.
looking at it.
This is all of us.
4 of us, a couple of animals.
A very large animal, so how many of us do you see, out of curiosity?
Yep.
Good number.
I'm honestly trying to find my notes on
Fish.
travel. I either deleted it like a genius that I am. That's not good.
It's not very good.
Well,
It's the principle of the thing.
my memory and my math's correct, we're probably looking about a little over a month being out on the water.
Oh, jeez.
And that's just to get, well, no, that's if we were to go straight to Chalco. Getting to Romana might be about 30 days. Maybe less if we got good wind on us.
Well,
I'm just
with
moving
everything
on.
with everything that some of us are getting, that's probably going to maybe happen.
Well,
Yes.
between the areas, some big beastie you say, and this contraption, say
Yes.
about 150 gold a day.
150 gold a day?
Day?
There's lots of you. We gotta feed you, feed your beastie.
We will feed
You don't have to
ourselves.
feed us.
Yeah, food is of no consequence.
Yes. Well, maybe it's a beastie, but
No, we'll be fine with her.
You don't need food.
No, we
Zakat.
don't. Not for you.
Zakat is stock of food.
You kind of stuck with food, man. With your
Vios.
food stock cart, she kind of tilts her head back, and you can see she's trying to get the very, very last out of her tankard.
How much do you like the alcohols?
This is my fourth one.
What if I could give you a bag that never ended in payment?
What kind of alcohol?
There are many kinds of alcohols that come out of it.
I don't do
It's
none
sort
of
of
them
random.
fancy smancy drinks. Just give me ale, and I'm fine.
We could give her the barrel.
Barrel. She kind of gives one real solid hiccup. Barrel.
Yes. Go on, Brick. The barrel.
I believe it's dwarven ale, and I'll walk over and like lift it off the cart and like take her cup and just like a little bit and hand it back to her.
I'll be the judge of this. She tilts back, takes a sip. She like pulls it down and just starts like coughing. It's just that's ale.
Yeah.
Is that not what you wanted?
Oh no, it's just strong enough to knock the socks off an arse. An arse. A horse.
We like strong stuff, and I don't know what a horse is.
I am of Rokasine. We do not do the cheap stuff. Or the not strong stuff.
Tell you what. You give me that barrel, surprise your own food. Do 50 gold a day.
That is a fair deal. I think that is quite fair. Is everybody
Yeah.
okay with this?
I'd be fine with that.
Break.
Aye.
We will hold the ale until we get on the boat, and then we will transfer the ale to the ship.
Good.
Does that sound
Brilliant!
fair to you?
Right, so I'm gonna go find me mates. And she looks like she's trying to focus on Yuzon, but she is kind of wavering. How long? Till you're ready to get this and use all he has going.
think 2 days at the most. I think
Yeah.
that is accurate. Yes.
Excellent. Come down, find the red wave when you're ready to go, and we can be prepared to set off the day after, probably.
And you said the red. What was that again?
The red wave. And she's just like kind of like camera couldn't see it. She was raising her hand high and waving.
If we will find it.
Good. What's the names?
I am Zon.
Rick, Sad,
Yes.
Tiny Man.
Kasumi.
Right.
Right.
Right. And she just starts to kind of stumble her way very drunkenly down the street back towards roughly where the harbor was.
Do you need assistance?
Nope.
We will see you in 2 days.
Okay.
I just look at Zon. You like her, don't you?
I think she'd probably be fun in a party, but she should know you're on.
Fair enough. Well, you haven't seen her fight yet, though. You never know.
Yes, but she's. I like the fluff.
What race is Yafan again? I don't remember.
She's back.
Say if you don't remember, you don't remember.
I do. I
makes
still
sense.
have the image.
That makes sense. All right.
Is there anything else you all would like to do before skipping ahead to the completion of everything?
We can skip ahead if everybody's good.
I mean, should we, just in case, like, if there is a range on the magical pantry, like, should we stock up just in case?
It's not magical. We just stock up a pantry. Like it's
Well,
own little pocket dimension, right?
If we were to get to, like, the fern portal.
Well, it would be helpful to probably stock before we go as well. Just to make sure. We will be eating
What?
for 30 days.
What would happen, or how much would 100 gold of stock would get us? Is that a lot?
Wait, say that again?
100
100
gold worth of stocking on food. That's a lot of food. That would probably most of that would probably go bad before you could eat it.
I think you all have so much money you have lost the idea of how much normal things cost.
I just want even numbers.
50 to 100 silver would probably perfectly be fine for stocking us, and we'd still probably be pretty well off.
I
Oh,
could
by the
part
way,
with 100
just in
silver.
case it wasn't clear, I delivered the sandwich. I totally forgot about that.
I think I mentioned Smedley munching down on it.
Possibly.
Couldn't remember.
So, how about you let me handle the food part,
All right.
and we will leave in 2 days. And then we can skip the just tell me what the food thing costs. Realistically,
Yeah,
50.
you do your best to get stuff that will last. Hardtack, dried meats.
Plus, you don't need anything for me.
Maybe getting a few things that are kind of potentially that will spoil, but you do have the Everice chest that you can put some things into. So you'd probably be able to get like a week or two of stuff that would spoil stored away, and then the rest of it you'd be scraping a bit, but you definitely would be okay with about anywhere from 30 to 40 silver, depending on how much of the fresh you wanted to get.
let's just do 50 for stuff that won't spoil.
Got it. Okay, so about 50 silver.
And will that also cover food for the animals, like hay and?
She said we just have to cover ourselves. She's covering the big beastie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, as you prepare the last little bit, get the food you're going to need at the last minute, get the last of the anchors crafted, you work with Smedley to get the iron fittings put onto it, make sure that it fits the cart. You go and everything's pretty much prepared to go. That's where we're going to take a quick little break.
Oh,
So,
all right.
Okay.
we're gonna go get drinks, snacks, and all that other stuff, so don't go too terribly far away. We'll be back here in just a little bit to see how things carry on. And we are back. So, when we left off just a few minutes ago, they met with their erstwhile captain, who was very, very drunk. Skipped ahead just a little bit to facilitate the anchors being made. As you all wake up on the fourth day with everything being done, everything being prepared, Pez, you wake up under the table. You smell something foul. Your first instinct is to look over at Hamburger. But you can see that even he's kind of like wrinkling his nose and kind of looking around.
I investigate
How do you investigate?
with my super sniffer.
It still smells terrible.
I hate it. Hamburger, fetch.
And he's like sort of like excitedly is scrambling out from under the tables, like claws skittering on chair legs as he kind of gets out, like kind of. He kind of turns and he looks towards the top of the table where you were sleeping underneath, and he kind of starts to growl like.
I peek at the table.
You kind of cat your way up to the top of the table, and you see what looks like a very, very small beholder hovering above the table.
What? Sir? Hello?
It kind of turns to look at you. It's one big eye, kind of blinks a few times. The mouth kind of shuts, and you see it sort of start to rock a little bit where it's floating. Then it gives one big backwards tilt, opens its mouth, and just starts to vomit all over the table.
Oh. I walk away slowly.
Your first thought is it's throwing up, but it doesn't sound like vomit. It's clinking noises and thumps and thuds, and you begin to notice that items are falling out of its mouth. Coins, gems, all the things that you had found when Kipak had brought you to his place are now falling and scattering on the table, off the table. It's making a racket.
Does this wake us up?
Make perception checks. Because most of you sleep upstairs, or you all sleep upstairs.
You're 26.
15.
Zahn, this would wake you up.
Alone sleep.
Kasumi, you're muted.
Alright, D&D Beyond is taking forever. Evan.
7. You need to dismiss that dice.
I literally have not rolled above a 5 today.
I like how you're complaining.
Welcome to my
Oh,
world.
like, the one motherfucker who's never gonna have any sympathy for you.
No pity.
I am still asleep.
Zahn, you hear the noise and you have a feeling that you know that something is happening. You're not sure what, but it's definitely coming from downstairs. And this isn't the first time that you've been woken up by Pez and or Hamburger. But what you aren't expecting when you come down and get to the top of the switchback staircase, the smell that hits your nose is acrid, sulfurous. And
Pez, what if you're feeding hamburger? Dear God.
It's not me, it's the floating meatball.
The what? He's just rubbing his eyes, waking up. The flip.
and it is just a constant stream of just it's spilling off the table onto the floor now.
Can Zahn walk over, grab it, and put it closer to the floor so that it's, making less noise?
You grab it, and it is just a stream of coins and things, and you kind of shove it near the floor, and you're holding it there until something long tries to come out, and it kind of like hurt, and you have to pull it up a little bit so that whatever is coming out can come out.
You are very messy and smelly. And I'm going to kill Kipak next time I see him. You almost done there, little dude? Gonna shake him.
It goes on for an uncomfortable amount of time, but eventually the stream starts to slow, and there's kind of a tink, 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 and you just kind of hear it go, and then it just vanishes from your hands with a puff of smoke, and you get that really intense, just sulfur, like rotting sea brine smell, and it's acrid. It's not great. But everything that you had earned from Kipak's dungeon is now scattered all over the bottom floor of the wagon.
This is something. How you holding up down there, Pez?
I hate it. Why can I smell?
I kind of feels the same way.
At this point, I'll walk downstairs. Hello, all. Beautiful morning.
I hate
do
you
you
right
just
now.
walk straight down and just keep going?
No, I look at the pile. I go. I see Kipak has sent us a gift.
Yes.
Why do you two look disgusted?
Because you cannot smell.
You missed the floating meatball vomiting.
Oh. Did the vomiting smell bad, or?
The meatball,
Yeah.
all of it, it's just, I'm going to install a nose so you can
No.
experience this. Yes.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I'm going to make you more humanoid.
No one wants that.
I want that.
You're no one.
I'm not going to
Because-
lie. Kind of want to see this too.
You can shut up.
Kasumi is stumbling down the stairs at this point. Her hair is very much frazzled. Like that morning, it's just a
morning
mess. And
frizz.
She's just yawning and not really paying attention to you guys. And she does kind of like a straight beeline for the cabinet for her T-word. She walks over there and then it,
Shing, 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 shing.
then it hits her. As what is that smell?
Why does everyone think it's me? I take dirt naps. I'm clean.
You sleep down here.
Yes. You also said dirt and clean in the same sentence.
Look, dirt is clean. It wasn't me. I swear. It was a floating meatball with the eyes.
To be fair, he is correct. It was a tiny beholder that
Yeah,
vomited this, and he just gestures to this. Just everything.
Okay, 1 second. She turns around and she's gonna go back into the closet door. She's gonna go find little cleaning.
Oh yeah, you guys keep locking Snail in the
Snail.
pantry.
She's gonna go
Yeah.
find Snail and she's gonna give him a little bit of water and she's just gonna drop it in the pile.
Okay.
Hopefully that clears up the smell.
Real fast. Damn, well, this won't eat away anything valuable, will it?
If Snail eats the sovereign glue, would the world end?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Snail
as
is-
every time he moves, the world just.
No, I feel like if he ate the glue, it would just be like, has anyone seen that video game Katamari?
Yeah.
It's just.
Make an Arcana check, yeah, make an Arcana check.
13.
Okay. You haven't seen Snail destroy anything that wasn't dirt and grime or things that were rotten. So, it's probably okay. Also, I would like to point out that you do have windows that could
I
open.
crack them. I crack them all
Just-
open.
Because I haven't given you guys like any sort of drawing of what the wagon looks like, just making sure you're aware that you have windows on every
Didn't know
Windows
they
are
floor.
opened. Didn't know they opened. I knew we had windows, just didn't know they.
Yeah, they open.
I open.
Sumi's blocking the smell and just like wafting her tea into her nose. It's like, I'm just gonna stay here.
I'm gonna make some amazing bean juice to help with the smell. Also,
I am getting. Wait, no. We need to get to the docks. This is the time.
true.
Hey,
I'll saddle up Cassie.
Thank you, Pez. Do you need any help, or are you all right?
I got it.
I can't speak with animals.
Okay. You cast Speak with Animals, and you get Cassie ready, and she kind of gets up, this big stretch from behind ferns, and starts thumping
Oh,
around.
big stretch.
This'll be fun. I've been sitting around too much. Ready to go see some things. She kind of like almost excited, like tippy taps to go over and get in front of the wagon. It's actually, her excitement is kind of making it difficult to get her saddled up, and you try to calm her, and it works for a second, but then the tail starts to go, and then the butt starts to go, and it's a bit of a wrestling match, but you're able to get her saddled up. You have the chalks stored in the container just on the outside. And it's a bit of a big deal that your wagon home is moving after being in the same place for well over a month or so. The mobile home is finally on the move. You direct Cassie down to the docks.
Pit stop first. We're
Pit
going
stop.
to collect our shrine idol platinum
Oh.
thing.
Sorry,
So,
right. I thought you would have gathered that up. Right. So,
Yeah.
what Nora was able to make was it's a hefty square base. There is a spiky, razor-shelled dragon turtle that appears to be underneath a ship that it is kind of going for.
So Jaws.
Yes, but big turtle. It's very well done. The detail is at first very impressive, and then you realize like these things exist. That's fucking
wonder-
terrifying.
Nein, I want to fight one. With mine bare hands.
Hey, good luck with that.
you can do that, buddy.
So you have your offering. You head down to the docks. You find Celia and her ship, the Red Wave. It's fairly easy to find. A lot of the ships here are of the Harpermere make. You got a few that are from Romana, and maybe one that looks sort of Rokusing, but it's not quite the same. The Red Wave is very dwarven style. It's a big, bulky ship that looks like it cares a lot more for its use rather than its appearance. It's quite long. It's fairly thick in the middle. And Celia is down by the ramp, and she's kind of hands on her hips. She's a little bit more tidy now. She cleaned herself up a little bit. Her hair's not quite so frazzled. And she sees the wagon coming down the way and Cassie pulling it. She begins kind of like flagging you on and motioning with, directing Pez on how to get it onto the ship without, tipping off to the side. Right, so you've got these anchor bits, what we're supposed to be using or summit, right?
Brick.
Yes.
Sub anchor bits.
On it. And I start installing them.
Okay. So essentially, the way that the anchors work, they're a mixture between like tie downs and chalks. So you would set them in place. The wheels kind of go up the ramp a little bit and nestle in, so it kind of has to really try to get out of it. But with the way that the chalks have been designed, they're able to be strapped down. So you park the wagon in a spot where it's easily able to be. You know how like when you see the ships and it's got the lattice work kind of covering right on top of there, which really lets you strap it down and make sure that it's not going to move. Straps over the wheels so that they don't rotate, and you definitely give it the old tug. That's not going anywhere.
Just slap. That's not going anywhere.
Yep.
You can fit so many adventures in this cart.
Oh wait, we forgot to do something. And Kasumi's gonna run inside the cart. She's gonna go to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna turn it to Fern's place.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna stick her head through and be like, "By the way, Fern, we're leaving. No one stole the cart. We'll miss you. Ta!" And then she just leaves.
It's really weird that you said that you stuck your head through the door and your door opened back there.
Oh. Yes. Yes.
Anyway, spooky. You hear a little bit of a rattling. There's quite a bit of commotion. It seems that this is one of the days that the cafe itself is open. You hear a shout back. Safe travels. Don't forget to pop in and say hello now and then. I'm sure you'll be bored to tears on the ocean. You didn't hear this. So the wagon gets tied down. Cassie is led down below decks. And you all can see as you get down there that the ship is literally meant to ship and move alcohol and liquids. There are barrels upon barrels upon barrels of wine, whiskey, ale, beer, all down below decks.
Rick walks over to the wagon. Oh yeah, takes the barrel up, puts it down. This is yours.
Well, if you're going to be just setting it around, why don't you bring it up to me quarters there?
All right.
So there's quite a few workers on the ship. With a ship this size, there's 50 to 60 workers on this ship, all doing things, running around, working the sails, working the rigging, making sure things are secured. Soon enough, everything seems to be ready to get underway. Down below decks, there's a space where some of the barrels have been kind of shoved closer together to give Cassie a place to lay down and be safe without, tumbling over the side. What is everyone's passive perception?
19.
I think mine's the highest. It is
14.
not the highest. 16.
Kasumi?
You gotta get her glasses.
Yep.
Yeah. You're highest in the other campaign. Wrong character.
Yep, true.
That's why anytime something needs to be noticed, I'm just like, Olmec.
13.
13. Okay. Good to know.
I don't like that you said that.
Yeah. So, as you were all getting prepared, the last few things are getting squared away, tied off. Start to shove yourselves away from the dock. There's plenty of working hands. It doesn't seem like your assistance is really necessary like it was in the Harper's Fury. Pez and Zahn, I need you to make perception checks.
I can do that. I'm going to roll physically.
Okay.
Glad I rolled physically. 19 plus 6 is 15.
19 plus 6?
Yes, 25.
Zahn?
15 plus 9, so 24.
Okay. As the ship begins to shove off, as I was saying before, you had drawn a little bit of a crowd with the wagon. Emma's there. Grant and Enna have shown up to wave you off. The king is weirdly absent. The queen is not present. As you move further and further down the harbor, you can see Otis is there, and he lifts a hand as he sees the wagon and kind of waves. Fern, maybe 5 seconds later, is behind Otis, and he comes sprinting up, and he's got something in his hand, and you see him kind of like hunker down and pull, and a firework goes shooting off into the sky and erupts in 3 bursts, making big booms. And you see Otis just slowly turn to look at him, and Fern is just laughing his ass off. Zahn and Pez, as you are scanning the crowd for familiar faces and friends that you are leaving behind, there's a purple cloak that you have seen once before.
This purple cloak should remind somebody of a meteor for some strange reason.
You see the shape, you take a second look, and by the time you look again, the cloaked figure is gone.
You see that, Pez?
I did. There's purple.
Should probably keep an eye out for something on this trip.
What do you think
What?
that something might be? Oh, we saw something purple in the crowd. Like
Is
a
it still there?
cloak.
Do we need to go back?
No.
Nine.
No.
We are going.
Thing purple or some person purple?
It is a person in a cloak that reminds me of the gentleman that fire mediated us.
Oh, that guy, the one I scared away with my spell. That one.
Yeah.
Gave him nightmares, made him go crying back to his master.
Yes,
One.
but
Very
I
possibly.
don't know if we should be saying that out loud, but yes.
I mean, everybody has nightmares.
True. I am now scared.
I don't sleep.
You've had nightmares.
You remember when you were scribbling all over the walls?
Drawing on the walls, you madman.
Oh yeah.
It took so long to clean the walls.
Yes. this
I've
actually is
had
not
one
true.
nightmare.
Yes, and how did you enjoy it?
I mean, you saw the aftermath.
Exactly.
In fact, as far as Brick goes, he's had one dream, and it was a nightmare.
I don't like dreaming. It's scary.
Oh yeah, you don't like dreaming.
Oh, we're on the ship now, so
Yep. Should be good. Unless a frickin' dragon turtle comes and destroys us.
Oh yeah, we should do something about that. And I take out 5 platinum and throw it over the edge.
Oh, well, there's his offering.
Kasumi,
yeah.
it'll be time to offer something here in a moment.
Yes, but we probably do want to wait for deep water because
Well,
heavy.
after seeing Brick chuck his coins off the side, it starts a ripple effect of all the workers seeing the shining coins and hearing the splashing. They all reach into a similar looking pouch at their side. They take a single coin, flick it off into the water, and seem to kind of look up into the sky, and then they get right back to work.
Zahn's gonna pull. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Might need help lifting it. I'm not super strong.
I got
How
you.
big is it?
I
Oh,
platinum piece.
I missed that part.
It's a full. It's not like a little dinky statue. It's a
All I
like
can think
the
of
base is about yay big. The turtle's about here, and there's a ship above it. Like they gave her a lot of fucking material to work
All
with.
right, I heft it up. Strato. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Blink, blink, blink. Sploosh.
Well, no, the first one was like a plink, 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 plink. It's a boosh!
I
And
really
all the guys
hope
went,
that
yay!
Yeah, you chuck it over the side, and you see a bunch of people kind of turn to look at you. Huh? Go right on
Do
back
you want
to work.
good weather or not?
Zahn's gonna pull out.
You say that, and all of them are already going back to work, and one guy goes, eh. Chucks another coin into the water.
Zahn's gonna take all of his toe gold and throw it in.
Togo.
Forgot about the toe gold.
Toe gold.
All right. With your offerings given, which one of you would like to roll? And because of the rolls, if there's multiple people that want to roll this, I think there needs to be a bit of a competition to see who gets it. 'Cause
Okay.
someone
I'll do it.
rolled last time.
So what are we doing?
Ollies.
You can roll off. You can boulder parchment shears. However you want to
fuck.
determine.
Let's do boulder punch of shears.
No,
Too
too
late.
late. You've already started rolling dice.
I already got two.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah, fuck.
15.
15.
You penis.
Okay.
Payback for beating me in one in perception, you shit.
I will let you roll 2 d20s, and you pick which one you want to use. Higher
So
is
Pez
not
rolls one.
necessarily better.
So Pez rolls 1, I roll 1.
I was going to have you roll both, but that's fine.
Yeah,
If you want
I'll
to
do
roll one
that.
each.
Okay,
Of course.
what'd you get?
That was a natural 20.
I got
Oh,
a 2. So
Oh no!
Which
could be either or.
one? And higher does not necessarily mean better,
Should I flip
but
a
neither
coin?
does lower.
I'm gonna flip a coin. So, the squid is tails.
Wait, what is
Tails
what?
is the 20.
Okay.
Thanks for determining that beforehand.
All right, it's a 2.
Okay,
It's a 2.
There you go.
We're going with the 2. The question is that the second idea he came up with, or the 19th idea?
Well,
Okay.
better tune in to find out.
So, you spend the first day sailing out across the ocean, or across the Whispering Sea. Your travel is quite a bit slower than when you were on the Harper's Fury. The red wave is much larger, much heavier. The day goes by without relative incident. You start to kind of see how the days were going to go with the crew, how their routines work, where you can sit, where you can stay out of the way. Of course, you've got the wagon to stay in if you want to really be out of the way, but if you wanted to be out on the deck and... actually, speaking of, we need some music change, don't we?
Oh. While all this is going on, Zod needs to attune to his new weapons.
Oh, plenty of time to do that. The first day goes, as I said, without much incident. The night comes along. Are any of you taking watch? Are you staying in the wagon?
I mean, I can take watch every now and then. I assume the guy in the crow's nest is crowing it up.
You do realize you're fully behind your microphone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
And the rest of the room is just a blurry blob.
yeah. We can occasionally see Toothless on your microphone.
Yeah, right there.
Sumi will occasionally go out on the deck and find a spot a little bit out of the way to quietly meditate
Okay.
kind of enjoy like the cool breeze and just have some quiet time.
Zahn the first night's just gonna ponder.
All right.
Could you find anything out about Valkyrie yet? Kinda let me know whenever. Please.
You don't.
Not tonight, but as Brick is getting ready to power down, or go stationary for his rest, he's just gonna like the last thought to himself is like, "It'd be really funny if I did this in random spots where the crew could find me."
Kasumi, your meditations, was that in the evening, during the day?
Preferably during the day, because in the evening she does prefer to be in the cart.
Okay. All right. So, I couldn't. I rolled 2 natural ones at the same time.
We're gonna die!
Or we're gonna live. One or the other.
I can't.
You should give yourself advantage on both of those dice.
It's a 2 and a 3. Guys, I don't know what to tell
Better
you.
than one.
Okay, don't worry.
RNG is not your friend.
So, the night goes on. The next day comes. You've got the feeling that this is going to be a fairly long 30 days. The seas so far have been relatively calm. The wind is favorable. You are having to occasionally tack just a little bit to keep making forward progress. Another day goes by. Another. Anything you all would like to do?
Oh, every single night, Brick finds a new spot where he's like not hidden, but no one will see him until like the last minute, as like round a corner or something to power down. So that way, anytime he's powered down, people will just be like anyone who's walking around doing guard shifts, not just like walks around and goes.
So I should explain that the top part of the deck is very bland. The biggest thing there is the mast and your wagon. Everything else.
Oh no,
is...
he's like down in like
right.
where the crew quarters and everything would
and
be.
that's just why I'm saying that there's not a whole lot up on the top decks apart from the just regular running of the ship. Everything else is going to be down below. So I'm assuming, as you've just confirmed,
Yes.
that you're hiding around down there. Okay. Brick, make a perception check.
Okay.
13. As you are being goofy and silly and squirreling yourself away, one of the nights that you are in your inactive state, because you're able to still see and hear.
I'm fully aware. I just have
Okay.
to be like stationary.
You hear a few from the night watch at the end of their shift coming down and getting some drinks. You hear them whispering back and forth, almost afraid to really say anything too loud. It's sort of the sense of afraid to jinx it in a way. No, I swear, I saw something way off in the distance. You just got into the captain's grog again, didn't you? It's like, no, I swear, I saw something come down from the sky way off in the distance. You hear the other one say, you just saw a shooting star, you idiot. It ain't nothing. No, it was way bigger than that. Really bright, too. And how come no one else went and saw it then? Well, I don't know. They were distracted or just not looking in the right direction. Nah, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Get some rest. Your eyes are clearly fucking on you.
Pez, computer bork.
Hearing this, I'm gonna come out of my state because I figure I'll be able to finish it later. Poke my head around the corner. Do I see who's talking?
There's few of the ship hands that you've kind of seen. Haven't really bothered introducing yourself. There's just too many of them.
Mm-hmm. It's just 2 of them?
There's 3 of them.
3. I don't even, if I don't sneak or anything. I just walk straight up. Who saw what?
Oh, Jesus! Oh, me damn heart. You see the one is like clutching his chest. He's an older gentleman. He's kind of got the completely bald on top, but it's like on the back and sides it's real kind of long and scraggly and just kind of gross. He's like, oh, the damn 3rd time this thing's giving me a bloody heart attack and it hasn't even moved for this. And
Sorry. It's kind of funny, though.
You see the other, one of the other, the younger one kind of looks up at you and goes, sorry, what were you saying, sir?
Somebody saw something.
Well, that was me, but no one bloody believes me.
I do. Show me. Where? Which way?
Show you? Well, blimey, this was the other day.
What direction of from the ship? Port, starboard, bow?
Well, I believe I saw it off to the north, the port side.
Would you say towards Rokasin?
I mean, if you're saying that north is Rokasing and east be Romana, sure. I mean, we ain't anywhere close to seeing landfall for...
I'm
nigh on
asking
2
general
weeks now.
direction. Do you think it was based off of your knowledge of where we are? Do you think it would be somewhere in the ocean, somewhere on land to the north, or?
Me friend, we're days away from land at this point. No one's always be able to see something landing on the ground from here. Like, if
So
you
you
were to
thi-
go
oh.
up to the top of the deck and look around, there is water as far as the eye can see.
Got it.
You're a few days into your travel at this point already.
Gotcha. Oh, so you think it was pretty close to us then, at the time?
All things considered, I didn't see anything hit, but it looked big, whatever it was.
What, a few hundred yards? More?
Not to toot me own horn or anything. You hear the other two kind of groan and like get up and walk away. Me eyesight's better than yours, and you're just jealous. Well, I don't know. I'd say it's a couple miles out, 4, maybe 5.
Noted. Thank you. I'm gonna go find Zahn.
Oh,
Did it have any? Oh, he stops and turns. Did it have any certain shape?
I don't know. It was something bright falling in the night sky. Just except without the. I didn't see anything hit. That's why they
Appreciate it.
keep saying it was a shooting star summit.
Appreciate the info, and I'm gonna go find Zahn.
As you go and turn and walk away, he goes, "At least someone believes me."
I'm gonna go find Zahn. I assume in the cart somewhere.
What time
Asleep.
is it?
It's middle of the night.
Yeah, card asleep on one
Yeah.
of the chairs in the very
I
front of.
I come in, find him asleep. Wake up.
What?
We might have something interesting. Not sure if it's good or bad yet.
What? Why? What time is it? Is it morning already?
It's the middle of the night.
You lean up from where you were sleeping and you look at the windows of the cart. It's still pitch black.
Okay, so I'm very happy you have shared this information with me, but what are we gonna do about the middle of the night?
Well, I figure if it's shiny, it'll show up better in the middle of the night. So, I'm gonna come see if anything's following us.
Well, okay. I mean, let's go ahead and
Do it. Yeah. As long as we make it quick. Zan's gonna stand up, staying quiet because Pez and the hamburger are probably in this room as well. Well, as quiet as could be.
Where were you sleeping?
On the chairs, the very front of the car, like the big bay window.
Oh, in the bay window. Got it. In the little reading nook. Got it. Okay, cool. All right.
So yeah, Brick's gonna start with Zahn in tow, walk up to the back of the ship and kind of like look off, and Brick's looking too. But do you see anything? He said it was probably 4 or 5 miles behind us when it dropped. I just want to make sure if it was something, it's not following us.
And it's happened tonight.
Happened a couple of days ago, but knowing our luck, if it's something, it's probably following us.
DM Zan's gonna look off as hard as he can, blinking to just kind of.
Make perception checks at disadvantage.
No, you whore.
It's the middle of the night. None of you have dark vision.
Okay, well, the first one was a 19, the second one was a 17. 27.
Mm-hmm.
Brick only got 11.
11. You look out. You see stars. It's pretty night. The waves are real dark. There's water. Yep.
Alright, Brick, go inside. I'm going to try something silly.
Alright. In my defense, knowing our luck, I wanted to be safer than sorry are.
It's fine. Just try not to wake up Pez.
Okay. I go back in the cart and finish powering down.
Okay. Zahn, what are you doing?
Checking something real quick. Zahn is going to take one of the black pearls he's got in his bag.
Okay.
Heft it in his hand. And throw it in the water. And then just sit for a second. Seto. I've realized it is the middle of the night. Is there something we should be worried about? If you even care to answer. And he's just gonna sit there for a while, just see if anything happens over the next 30 minutes.
Okay. You sit there for a time. You wait. You listen. You begin to doze off, and you kind of feel your head bobbing as you're fighting to keep staying awake.
Yeah, good sleep.
You don't seem to get a response.
But enjoy the pearl. Back to sleep. So I'm just gonna go back and crawl into his chair and sleep.
Okay. The night continues onward. Day comes. Another day goes.
Brick can often be, at this point, be found on the back of the ship, just looking behind, just like, wonder what that was.
I mean, do you want me to, like, tie a rope around your waist and you just jump in since you don't need to breathe?
I
That would be a very bad idea.
don't think you could hold me back up.
I wouldn't hold you back up. The boat would just drag you.
That would not be a very fun... That would not be a very fun trip for me.
No, no. We should. It's a great idea, Pez. We should do this.
I don't think they want to throw an extra anchor off the side of the boat.
Oh, is that cowardice I hear, Brick?
You're not that heavy.
Logic.
Logic dictates that if you are strong and brave, you'll come out in any challenge on top.
Logic also dictates that if you're a fucking moron, you're a fucking moron.
Language.
Brick, you are grounded for a day.
You're not my real dad.
He's been hanging around the sailors a little too much.
Oh. 2 days.
if whatever this was that fell out of the sky that you say that came out of the sky,
I wasn't here because my computer died.
this thing would have either A, already made its presence known to us, or B, already attacked us and we all would have been dead, or 3, A-B-3, yeah, 3,
A-B-3.
it's probably another deity that may have met its dead. Mize.
Oh,
If that's
he has a point. That. Does anyone want to check?
I will go inside.
But no one's gonna answer you at the moment. No offense.
Ouch.
Damn.
You were lucky I rolled a 2. I was about to push your bitch ass off the boat.
Damn, Brick.
Zonna's gonna go inside anyways out of spite at this point.
So fucking rude.
Holy fuck, mate.
Okay.
That's worse than power word kill.
Power word shatter fucking heart.
Oh my god.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Zonna's going inside the cart and locking the fucking door.
Oh.
No, Kasumi's gonna try to go in. I don't know.
That door is fucking locked.
I have spare keys, don't worry.
You could just climb up to the roof and go through the tower.
Zonna's going into the library and he's gonna try to pray to Kadal. Fucking dick.
Okay. What do you say?
Light incense. Hey, Kadal. You're still alive, right? Gross, it wasn't you plummeting from the sky. Dead. You know, not alive anymore. Yes, you still alive? I will not admit Brick is right.
You sit for a time praying and beseeching Kadal feels wrong. It's not something you're used to doing.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. It feels very clunky, awkward, and you don't think you feel any sort of response to your question.
Well, he's dead.
Where's Valkyrie when you need her?
I need someone else to make another d20 roll for me.
Both
I'm
Pez and I
rolling
rolled,
my
one of you
shit.
two. No,
Yeah, one of
Pez
you
and I
two.
rolled, it's one of you
it's
two.
Kasumi or Brick. You guys have rolled. Those other two have rolled already.
Alright.
Dude, I haven't rolled above a 5 today. Don't make me do it.
Remember what he said. High doesn't mean
That's
good.
not much better. That's a 10.
10.
Yeah, right in the middle. That ain't bad.
It's a 50-50 shot at that point.
Okay. The next day passes, going on into the evening.
Wait, I thought Kasumi was gonna do something.
Oh, were you?
She was, well, since she got locked out
I
of the
will
cart.
toss you up onto the roof. You can go through the tower.
No, she remembered that she is wearing a certain medallion very close to her heart at the moment, so she just kind of puts her hands over the medallion and meditates for a second to see if she can sense any type of warmth or presence from the medallion.
Okay. You find yourself a nice, quietish part of the ship, out of the way from trampling feet. You sit with your in your meditative stance, hand on your chest where the medallion is, and you give a quick silent prayer into Shenshe, and you do feel a bit of warmth from your fingers through the cloth. You get a sense of relief. There is something there.
That's all she wanted to do.
Okay. So, the next day comes along, and you begin to hear excited shouts and calls. Those of you who have any interest, kind of follow the voices and the looks and the stares. There's a few of the sailors leaning off to the side and pointing. You see another ship coming towards you from the other direction. You hear a scramble of movement as the sailors on your vessel are raising the sails after you hear a call from Celia to basically halt their advance. And 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour go by as the other ship slows its approach and kind of comes up alongside. It's much, much smaller. But there's another dwarf gentleman standing on the side, big wide grin, and you hear him call out, "Celia, it's been a while. Didn't think I'd be catching you out in the middle of the ocean. That's few and far between for any ship, to be honest." And you see Celia come thumping up. She goes, Rag, it's good to see ya. Clasps his hand from across the way as a gangplank is lowered down. And he hops aboard. He goes, "So, where are you headed this time around?" They just begin having a back and forth, sharing stories and all, and just kind of generally catching up. Seems fairly benign. Some of the other sailors are kind of tossing insults back and forth at each other, making fun of their hair or how small their ship is, and like, "Oh, you're overcompensating with yours," kind of deal. Things are going fairly well. They seem to know each other. There's a thump. Not a good kind of thump. You see a lot of worried faces as the ships, which on a fairly calm sea, bump into each other. And one of the walkway planks clatters down and falls in between with a heavy splash. You see everyone stop and listen. You see the other ship begin to list away from yours. You hear shouts and cries, swords being drawn. Few brave people are going to look over to the side. You hear shouts and replies. "What is it? I don't know. Something's big down there." And then you hear a thunderous crash that's also somehow muffled from the other vessel. And you hear more screams and cries from below decks. Something about water was rushing in. "Save yourselves, save the cargo." They begin rushing up from the bottom. The ship is beginning to list and starts to sink to the side. You see something large and purple reach over the side. A giant tentacle slaps down over the other ship. A third, a fourth, and then you see a large hand, purple and clawed, land on the deck, claws digging in.
Oh.
The wood is splintering, and it grabs hold, and it begins to pull the ship wrong way round, down deeper
Just
and
look-
deeper.
Yep.
Look at Kasumi. Really?
Big ol' help.
The sailors
I
are
would be
beginning.
concerned about that.
They're trying to jump ship. They're trying to get over to yours. There's already some that are in the water begging for ropes, begging for ladders. There is overall chaos. Celia seems to be frozen, trying to figure out what to do. Rag is there as well, and he doesn't seem to know what to do. He's watching his vessel be pulled sideways. And eventually Rag finally snaps out of it. He begins shouting orders. "Get the lines down, get the ropes, get them out of the water. Celia!" And he's like grabs her by the shoulders and shakes her. "Get us underway." And she finally seems that command snaps her out of her fugue, and she gets back and she starts shouting, get the ropes down, life vest, save as many as you can, get those bloody fucking sails down into the wind. And you all hear a deep rumbling roar from underneath as the ship begins to sink further and further under the waves. You're not sure if it's a creature, the wood bending and breaking. All you know is...
Sorry, keep going. I'll ask in a second.
You just know that there was a large hand, tentacles, and as the ship begins to rotate back over and goes completely bottom side, you see a large, long hole has been broken in the bottom of the ship, and it is going under. And within the span of about 5 minutes, this large ship that sailed up is now completely submerged. Any of you that are anywhere near the edge, if you are brave enough,
Hell yeah.
make a perception check for me.
All right.
And
Would
our
I-
ship has not been attacked, correct?
Yes.
That we know of.
No, the only sensation you have felt so far was when the first ship was shoved into the side of yours.
Okay.
Would I have been able to get up into the crow's nest, like the highest point of the ship, to make my perception check?
The crow's nest is quite high for a vessel this big. The center mast is very, very tall. I would say that you could be on your way up, but as far as having gotten up there in time, probably not quite yet. But if you want to start making your way up there, you can.
Yes, please.
Okay.
14.
14. Pez, I would say that if you want to look while you're climbing, you can make your perception at disadvantage as you're
Okay.
looking and climbing. Was it just Brick that was at the side?
I was 25.
25? Kasumi?
16 plus.
D1.
21? Pez?
16.
Oh, wow. Nice.
16. Brick, you are doing your best trying to get a look, but there's a lot of motion. There's people that are kind of jostling you out of the way, trying to get the people out of the water. Pez, you are trying to climb while other people are trying to work. They're climbing up the climbing up the rigging. They're climbing up the ladder, trying to get to unfurl the sails to get them down. And you are thankfully small enough that as they're coming by, you're able to kind of swing yourself out to the side and not be in their way. But it's hindering your ability to really look. Zon and Kasumi, you are smaller. You're nimbler, able to get there and look off to the side. You see a large, dark shadow around the remnants of the ship that you can just barely still see underneath, and eventually it sinks completely out of the way. A lot of the water is being churned by the other sailors that are swimming and or struggling to stay afloat. But with both of your rolls, the shape that you see is unlike anything that you have read about. It is unlike anything you have ever seen before. You haven't even seen these in fantasy novels or anything of the like. At first you see what looks like the shadows of tentacles, but then you distinctly see arms, something that looks like a head. There are tentacles coming off of the head, and it is big, and once the ship that had been sunk slips out of view, that shape disappears.
As a note, anyone in range, I'm using telekinetic shove to pull them toward the boat to make it easier.
To shove
get
them
people on
further in
deck.
the water.
Get down there.
Go, be bait.
Sacrifice.
Go. Sacrifice. There's quite a few that are still out there. Pez, as you get to the
Yes.
top, make another perception check for me.
Disadvantage or regular?
Regular, because you do still have your hat on, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
19 plus 6. 26.
26. Okay.
Wait. 25.
25.
Wait. Yeah. There
Okay,
you go.
sir, decide. Brick, you are preoccupied trying to help pull the other sailors closer to the ship. The three of you, with your perception rolls now, some of the ones that were further out, you see them start to swim, and then they get pulled down. Pulled down.
I realize I'm waking you up at 7.
Okay. With that noted, I shall hurry along.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Some of them begin to get pulled under the waves. Are any of you doing anything?
Can't swim.
You could swim once.
Swim once.
Sumi is gonna find their captain, or what she is assuming is the captain that got off their ship.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna bolt up to him. Excuse me, sir.
Oi, what? Be quick.
Did you not make an offering to Seto?
You see he's already pale white. No one's foolish enough to not make an offering to Seto. All of us did.
Whatever that thing is, it's not happy with you guys in particular.
Ma'am, I've not seen anything like that in all my years.
How far away are the sailors who are getting pulled under?
30, 40 feet from the side of the ship.
Okay. Brick is going to stop pulling people towards him. He's going to like kind of scoot back till he's like halfway across the boat and go.
CRISPR just murdered the fuck out of you.
I saw everybody move.
Yeah.
Everybody move. He's going to scream that, and he's just going to sprint towards the side of the boat and take a running dive.
He's dead.
I got a plan.
Okay, you shout in your metallic voice. People are scurrying around. Kasumi, you hear this. Zahn, you hear this. Pez, you hear Brick shouting, and you look down as you see the metal man sprinting towards the edge, and he jumps off the side. What are you doing?
Shit.
How far am I making? Am I gonna make it to them?
What's your strength modifier?
Strength modifier is 4.
4?
Sumi ran up to the side of the ship. What now? Concern on her face.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Long jump. If you move at least 10 feet on foot, cover a number of feet equal to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot. Oh, a number of feet equal to your strength score, not modifier. Got it. So I would say you jump
18.
about, 18, 20 feet off the side of the ship. You're about 10
Okay,
feet away from the ones that are being slurped down.
I am going to try to Misty Step the rest of the distance so that
Easily
I'm
enough.
landing like in the middle of them.
Okay.
Well, does it go off?
Oh. Right. What level spell is that? First?
Second.
Second? It does go off barely.
Okay. All right. So I
shit.
Misty Step to just above them, and as I'm falling, I take off the ring, and I say, "Into the portal!" and I chuck it to where it's like just like half of it will be in the water, so that they can swim through it, and
Oh.
I grab on and pull myself through. And as I
Interesting.
make a separate way for them to get through, I'm going to put the other side right at the bow of the ship. So if it starts moving, it will have distance to travel
Okay.
before it goes off the ship.
So Brick jumps off, reappears, throws the ring down, grabs on, slurps himself in. Those of you that are still on the ship, you see the other side of the ring open at the front of the ship and just starts gushing water all over the front of the ship, just starts seeping down into the bottom. It is a torrent of water coming through that gateway ring. Brick comes
Buckets!
sliding
We need
through.
buckets!
People begin to start slipping through as they get sucked in just by sheer water pressure. Some of them, in a panic, they're starting to swim towards it. The ship is beginning to move. Some of the sails have been brought down. Another 5, 10, 15 sailors make it through. How long does the ring stay open? How long are you leaving it open? Because it's starting to get towards the mast in the center of the ship.
I'm trying to leave it open as long as I can. I would have done it to where if it won't hit the mast, it'll be towards the side.
The mast, the
but
wagon, it's getting close to starting to hit some things.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it open for as long as I can, till as many people can get through.
Make a perception check.
Like I'm looking like,
Yeah,
come
make
on,
a perception
fucking-
check. Well,
come
you
on,
also
guys.
went through and you were being pushed around by this torrent of water.
All right, 19.
19. Between the people that are left in the water and the ones that are still getting pulled down and the amount of water that is coming into the ship, there's reaches a point where even Rag is coming up and just looking, trying to figure out what to do as the ship is starting to lower.
Okay. And once it gets to the mast, I'm just gonna put my hand on it and sadly say the word. And
Okay. Those who
I
could be
hope I saved
saved,
his-
those who could be saved have been saved. You can hear shouting from below decks. Bilge pump, get buckets,
Buckets.
start a line. You start seeing people. They're making a line for bucketing. You hear the grunts and groans of people using a bilge pump down below. Yes, Zon.
Zon casts control water.
Okay.
I was about to ask if someone had control water.
So you
Water
cast control
outside a boat.
Okay, the water begins to start gushing through the center grates as buckets are done. The bilges are pumped. I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yay.
Shit.
Ooh, that wasn't all that good, but I do get a D4.
Ah, bollocks. 13.
13. Rick. 1.
Oh no.
Okay.
I get a 12, and if I fail, I need to know. Because I can roll a D4.
You need to know.
Plus 3, 15.
15. Okay. Kasumi.
10.
10.
All failures.
Zon,
And
you...
come on, you're a rogue.
Rolled a 2.
Zon, you are one of the few who managed to catch yourself as the ship underneath your feet lurches to a stop. The rest of you fall prone with all the water that came through the gateway ring. You've got a bit of salt in your eyes. You're spluttering a bit. You are now damp. You all look around, looking for what had assailed the previous ship. Make perception checks. Pez, I was going to say, you got a little bit rattled up in the crow's nest. You kind of ping-ponged around in it just a little bit. You have advantage, Pez, from your height.
Sweet.
19.
18, 19. Kasumi?
5.
5.
Oh,
Pez?
Get rid of that thing.
that was an 18
I
and
was using a
1.
new dice.
Oh,
Nope.
jeez.
24.
You said that was a natural 20?
And I rolled an 18 and a 1. So for advantage,
Okay.
18. So 24.
Okay. Pez, you have the best view of this, unfortunately. You look towards the back of the ship, and you see those 2 large purple hands have grabbed hold of the rear of the ship. And you hear a similar sound as when Brick threw the gateway ring down and the water was rushing in, but instead of the water rushing in, the water seems to be rushing off of something. As the hands grab again, you hear the clunking of claws on wood as whatever this creature is seems to be climbing up from the ocean behind. the first thing that you see, Pez, you specifically,
Mhm.
see a large crested head, jagged razor-like horns down and back up. You see wiggling tentacles coming from the side of it. A strange face appears, white eyes, a mouth that seems to split much further up along the jawline than any creature should have. It's around this time as the head begins to peer over the back of the ship, and the eyes are searching and looking. It pulls itself up further. The hand comes down and crunches into the floor at the back of the ship. Peers up,
Okay.
and its eyes lock onto one figure. You hear a gurgling, burbling sound as it opens its mouth and water just falls from it. Tentacles begin to creep up over the side as this creature hoists itself up higher and higher. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Seto, save us.
Oh. Just so you guys can have some nightmares, I'm going to share what this creature looks like in the...
Yes, please. I want to see.
I'm actually genuinely curious.
She's hot.
Oh no, she's hot.
Oh my
That's really fucking badass.
goodness.
That's
So-
pretty cool looking.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We will start the next session off with combat to see how this goes.
Oh god.
So, if you haven't already, join the Discord. Links down below. It's in the chat somewhere. I'll actually pop it in there super quick. So join us for some regular game shenanigans that are far less terrifying than what they're about to encounter. And yeah, anyone have anything
Wow,
else
we have-
that they want to...
We have 2 big boss fights 2 weeks in a row.
On the bright side, closer to level 12.
If we live.
Oh my goodness.
I like this critter. She's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Okay.
That's
Well,
very
with that
cool.
being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Have a safe weekend. We will see you probably during the week to do Pez plays. Next Friday will be Storm King's Chaos, done by Zeke down yonder way over there. And then we'll be back. Actually, the next time that we go live, we'll have already had our 5th anniversary of being Fools and Flagons. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, be safe. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you the next time we go live. Good night, everybody!
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.